On today's Pardon My Take, it's our last show from Las Vegas. Super Bowl 58 coming up. We're going to talk about the game, our picks, our favorite prop picks. We also have two great interviews for everyone. We have George Kittle, who will be in the Super Bowl playing for the 49ers. And then an awesome interview with Maxx Crosby, kind of a cool full circle moment because we did have Maxx Crosby on the radio shows the last time the Niners and Chiefs played in Miami. He's had an incredible story. He's gotten sober. He's become one of the best players in the NFL. So it was awesome talking to him. We'll finish up with Fyre Fest, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Quest Nutrition. You've been seeing us eating it all week. Quest was founded in 2010 with the goal of hacking one problem: to create a high-protein bar that wasn't packed with net carbs and actually tasted good. The first Quest bar was hand-rolled in a kitchen. Now Quest has over 65 products ranging from bars to chips to candies. Quest is constantly searching for new ways to make your fave foods Questified. From bars to chips to cookies and candy, Quest continues to make protein-forward foods that aren't packed with net carbs and sugar, but are always packed with taste. I've had the Quest, the hot and spicy chips.
Those are so good.
Incredible. It's athlete-worthy nutrition, but these snacks aren't just for athletes. So even we can snack deliciously while still getting our macros in. The snacks are for everyone because they satisfy your cravings while still helping you stay on your quest. Quest supports you on your quest, delivering great-tasting food that you can make part of your daily workout or daily life. Fuel every adventure with a tasty snack or two or three from Quest Nutrition. So thank you to Quest. Go check them out now. They have great, great snacks. And that is Quest Nutrition. So go do it. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Friday, February 9th, Super Bowl 58. We're here. It's going to happen. The last game of the 2023-24 season.
We made it.
We made it. We have to talk some picks. We have to talk some props. How is everyone feeling?
I'm feeling good. I've got a lot of energy this week. I don't know what it is. I haven't really been sleeping much more than normal in a Super Bowl week. Probably like 6.5 hours a night. But waking up, feeling good. I don't know. Maybe they do pump like oxygen into the casinos down here.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm feeling good.
I feel good too. I feel strong. I've been doing a good job of going to sleep early to take care of my voice. I felt like I was about to lose it on Wednesday night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock for the listeners.
I have not been going to bed at 10 o'clock. I've been playing a lot of roulette. Hank was on fire at the roulette table the other night.
Good job, Hank.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then he was on fire kind of at the blackjack table in the opposite way.
Good job,
Yeah,
Hank.
my chips are on fire. I feel good as well. I slept for 13 hours last night.
Let's go.
We interviewed Rosillo. My phone died during it, so I was like, I'll go back to my room, charge it up for a minute, and then in the time before it turned back on, I fell asleep and woke up at 5 a.m. And I feel great, so I'm ready. I'm ready to finish the week strong.
Take on the
go.
day. How many times have you guys worked out this week?
I walked today for like
Yeah?
0.3 miles.
Once for 10 minutes.
I worked out one time. I ran on the treadmill for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you feel great if you do that on vacation.
I also was working out specifically because I've been trying to hunt down a certain person that will remain unnamed.
Mm-hmm.
It was a trying to just go to the gym to see if I could see
You're
this
stalking.
person.
It's
A little bit of
stalking.
light stalking. But actually, I wasn't.
It's for a good cause.
I
though.
wasn't. I'm not the one who's stalking. I'm stalking on behalf of someone else.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's not
so it's not
fully
for you.
stalking.
You're like a spy.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, you're spying. You're not stalking.
I'm the tip of the
Like,
spear.
do
I'm
they-
the first one out there.
Do they call James Bond a stalker? No. He's a fucking spy.
If it doesn't work out that I find this person, I will reveal who the person was on Sunday night show.
It's an unnamed commissioner.
Okay, well, there it is. That's, we'll just have to cut that. We'll have to cut that because we are still stalking or light stalking for someone else.
Just bleep that one out.
Yeah, bleep it. Jake, how you feeling? You went to Radio Row?
I went to Radio Row this morning. I think
Big
I'm going to
J?
go back after this. I have a day pass, so I'm going to take advantage of it.
Were you just like, did you have like the hearts in your eyes? Just being like, look at all these
I felt
guys.
like I was at home.
Look at these microphones.
You were at home.
Yeah.
Okay. You know this podcast is pretty big.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
You could have 2 homes.
We're in the media too.
You can't have 2 homes.
You
Yeah.
can't have 2 homes. Okay.
You could have 2
But you were
homes.
really at home.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you see?
I
See
saw
Boomer and Carton.
I saw
Boomer and
Florio.
Gio.
I saw Stephen A. I saw CJ Stroud, Michael Vick. That was just on one lap.
It's funny
Oh.
that you said Florio first.
Yeah, Florio, big names out there.
Yeah.
Florio, CJ Stroud,
Yeah.
Michael Vick,
Yeah.
Who's who of the NFL.
Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
I think that's his name.
I was catching up. I did a hit on the Newhouse student radio station.
Nice.
Okay.
Giving back.
Giving back.
Love
The kids.
that.
So-
What advice did you give the youngsters?
I said keep in touch with your connections
Mm-hmm.
because you never know. All you need is one connection for things to work out.
Nice.
Yeah. I mentioned how the only time I ever lied to you guys was before I met you.
What? When did
Oh,
you
I
lie?
haven't heard
What did
about
you lie
this.
about?
When you guys asked if I'm locally in New York,
And you said no.
I
You
said yes because I knew you wouldn't take me seriously.
Got
As
it.
an
Where were
intern.
you locally?
Florida.
Oh,
That's a good lie.
Yeah.
we should probably fire you now.
Very
All
good
right.
lie.
Retroactively.
Yeah, allegations have come to light. Plagiarism? Was there plagiarism
He's
on
like
your
George
resume?
O'Leary. Remember when,
Yeah.
when he got hired for like a day at Notre Dame?
That rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was cool. So I
Okay.
give it back.
Good. All right. Well, let's talk about the game.
Pumped about this game.
I'm excited about this game as well.
I'm getting more confident as the week goes on. I don't know if that's probably a bad thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely bad.
It's a really bad thing.
I am.
I like the Niners, and I love Christian McCaffrey as Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think I'm going to stick with the Chiefs. I'll leave myself an opening right before kickoff if I want to change, but I've thought about it very hard. I think the Chiefs' defense is better than people realize, and I think Spags is going to put on a masterclass, and Mahomes is Mahomes. And there's just so many things that I just keep going back to, like the Chiefs. They've just been there, done that. They know how to win these games. And no disrespect to Brock Purdy, who, by the way, ESPN's running out of things to talk about. So he's gone, instead of a game manager, they were debating today whether he's a game changer.
Next week, is he a game wrecker?
Right. Is he elite?
Is
well,
he-
he's going to be the new Joe Flacco if he
might
wins this game.
If he wins this game, he's going to be in the elite conversation because guess what? He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And, I've seen a lot of that going on. The game manager, game changer. We're just trying to figure out ways to say that Brock Purdy is not as good as Patrick Mahomes.
Right. And the one thing that's making me very nervous about the Chiefs is that there is, as of right now, 70% of the money is on the Chiefs.
Yep.
So that's happened twice before. 60. This would be the highest ever.
Yeah.
On one side, the last 2 times, 68%. Both of these was the Patriots when they beat the Rams in 2019. So Patriots had the majority of the money. So that was public was right.
Mm-hmm.
The other one though is scary because 68% of the money was on the Broncos when they lost to the Seahawks by $1 billion. This doesn't really do anything to prove one way or the other than I'm just still confused.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen in this game because obviously you're right about the defense. Like the 49ers defense actually isn't that great.
And especially since Hufanga has been out,
Yeah.
their third down defense hasn't been great. Guess what Patrick Mahomes does? He always gets third down conversions. Like that feels like he just breaks teams' backs with plays out of nowhere in third down.
And their pass rush win rate has gone down since getting Chase Young.
Yeah.
They've gotten worse at getting to the quarterback since Chase has been on the team. But I think the Niners they're just going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. But if Christian McCaffrey gets 2 touchdowns and the 49ers win, I think that McCaffrey is going to end up with the MVP.
I agree with that. The only thing is I agree that they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball a lot. There one stat that should have you a little scared, and this is going to be a game of chess. So I've shouted them out before, but my guys from Sports Info Solutions, the Chiefs defense stacks the box on 14% of the plays. That's 28th highest rate in the league. So they play a lot of light box. And the Niners actually like to run against a stack box and throw against a light box. So it's like it's kind of reversed where the Chiefs are going to dare the Niners to throw and the Niners are going to have looks that they usually throw in. So
That's very weird to me. Like
Yes.
they pass against stack box.
Yeah.
No, they pass against a
the
light box.
Yes, the Niners like to run the ball against stack boxes. 48% stack box run rate, highest in the league.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I know.
But yeah, weird. Okay.
I saw that stat and I was like, huh, that's weird. And so, as much as I think the Niners will be able to run, the Chiefs' secondary has been so good. And if you say, okay, Christian McCaffrey's going to have 125 yards, but the Niners' pass offense is only going to have 150, I think the Chiefs would take that.
Yeah, they probably would.
Right? Like,
Probably
because
would.
you even Christian McCaffrey, he could have an incredible game. You'll still be in some passing downs where you have to pick up a long third down. And the Chiefs have been like, L'Jarius Sneed has shut down every number one receiver. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just keep going back to that. And then my heart wants Kittle, who we're going to talk to in a second, to win the Super Bowl. So I am as twisted as possible.
Yeah, you are.
I'm an absolute mess.
I would love to get Kittle a Super Bowl. I'd love to get Trent Williams a Super Bowl. I'd like to see that happen. And like the Niners, they haven't been a long-suffering franchise. It's not like Niners fans are like, oh shit, we haven't won a Super Bowl. I mean, it's been a while since they've won a Super Bowl.
They're one of the elite franchises.
They're one of the elite
NFL.
franchises. And the fact they're always competitive too.
Correct.
It feels like more often than not, the 49ers have a pretty good team, at least recently. So it's not like you've got David versus Goliath in this. And one thing that does make me worried about the 49ers is the kicker.
Yeah.
Moody makes me nervous.
Big.
Makes me very nervous. Even his makes don't look good.
Kicker, quarterback, coaches. I think those are all on the Chiefs' side.
I was thinking about this today. I woke up and my first thought, because I was watching Get Up, as one does, and they were talking about like clutch players, right? Really interesting conversation. And I was like, can a coach be clutch? You don't normally hear about coaches being clutch. Maybe Kyle Shanahan's just not clutch.
Yeah. Maybe he isn't.
Yeah.
Andy Reid is.
Andy Reid is clutch as fuck. But
Andy Reid, super clutch Super Bowl experience.
Andy Reid used to not be clutch.
What?
He got clutch.
Yeah. He gained the clutch gene.
He mutated himself.
He just had to get to a certain age and then became clutch.
He biohacked his body and spawned the clutch gene.
What were you going to say, man?
I mean, that was
I was gonna
that
say,
was his number one reason of why he wasn't Philly, because he wasn't clutch.
Yeah, I don't think the coach is clutch. I think it's the quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback is clutch.
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb.
Patrick Mahomes, big difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Either way, I do think these two teams are like, I think we're
McNabb
going to
has
be in
more
for
in common with his dad.
What?
McNabb.
McNabb has more in common with Patrick Mahomes' dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
with his
McNabb's
father,
a good
yeah.
player. Let's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
let's
McNabb
not
was
say
a good
McNabb
player.
wasn't a good quarterback.
He's a very good
I'm
player.
not talking about on the field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talking about between the other lines.
You thought he was talking about Patrick Mahomes Sr. as a quarterback?
Well, I don't know. He's a good quarterback.
Either way, this game, I expect this game to be a great game. I'll be disappointed if it's not a great game.
You'll be disappointed in the game.
I will.
Yeah.
Because these two
My
teams are
expectations
really
were-
fucking good.
My expectations were higher for you, game.
Seriously.
Yeah. No,
I'll be
I-
very upset.
It should be a good game. A lot of big name players. There's not like a whole bunch of excitement in terms of like spicy storylines going to this game.
Yeah.
It's more like, okay, we've got two good teams. We kind of expected both these teams to be in the conversation, and there's no like real bad blood, which kind of sucks. I would like somebody to, I don't know, get into a fight with somebody else, stir some shit up in the media.
Yeah,
I want Debo to go on his podcast and be like, Kadarius Toney's a bitch.
Kadarius Toney better not be playing. If Kadarius Toney's active, that might
Yeah,
make
you
me
should.
switch.
You should.
No, I'm not joking. That would make me switch.
Yeah.
If he's part of any game plan, I would switch
Well,
to the Niners.
He kind of won the Super Bowl last year.
He did kind of win the Super Bowl last year. That's true. He did have a clutch play.
He is clutch.
Yeah, he is clutch. It does feel like the whatever's going to happen is either going to be Mahomes, GOAT, legacy, all that talk on Monday, or holy shit, Brock Purdy won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Holy shit, Brock Purdy won a Super Bowl would be pretty fun.
It would be very fun.
Yeah, because then
I just keep going back to the fact that I do not want to start Monday's show with the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions and I bet on the Niners.
yeah,
That's what I don't want.
I have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
He's kicked my teeth in enough. I have a fun little Super Bowl stat for you from our friend Jay Kuda. Do you know there's never been a 7-yard touchdown run in the Super Bowl?
I did see that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It's pretty weird.
I kind of want to bet exactly 7-yard touchdown run.
Is that an option?
I don't know, but that's a wild thing for he had all the listed
Is that
distance.
the only yards?
No, there's a ton of yards that haven't happened, but obviously it's like when you get further down the line. There hasn't been a 12-yard or a 13-yard touchdown run, but 7 you'd think.
Yeah,
think there'd be a 7-yard
Let's get a
touchdown
set.
run.
That feels like McCaffrey territory, right?
Yeah,
7 yards.
yeah. Also, I think I saw a stat that was like the team that's closer to the Super Bowl site usually wins. That means really nothing, but
Niners?
the Niners are closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to do prop bets?
Let's do them. I got some ones I'm very confident in, some ones that I'm terrified of.
Okay, well, Max, you have some prop bets too?
Yeah, I got prop bets.
Okay, go ahead.
This first one's really fun. It's probably the most fun thing in football. It's what I care about the most. I don't really care about wins and losses as much as I care about this. Mm-hmm. It has happened 3 times in the Super Bowl before. Mm-hmm. So I think that this year could be the 4th. I'm going to go with scoregami at 20 to 1.
Nice
Good.
one.
I like that.
My
Max.
favorite thing in
Off the
football.
board.
I love
Yeah.
scoregamis.
Plus 2
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you
What is
know
it?
the only
This is mine.
all 3
Yeah, no,
times?
this is his stat.
all
My prop.
Did you
I'm
also
on
you
it.
wanted to do the octopus too? Did you have octopus?
Oh, octopus is on there. Yeah, I had that one.
Okay, nice.
all
Nice.
3 scoregamis in the Super Bowl have involved the Denver Broncos.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so PFT, what are your confident? Let's start with the confident, and we'll go
You
from
want me to
confident to crazy.
You want me to give you a confident one?
Yeah.
No fucking doinks.
Oh.
No doinks. We're running it back. I got doinked big time last year, and I just realized I'm talking about Moody, and even
Yeah.
his makes are close to being misses.
And also last year it was Bucker that doinked.
It was Bunker that doinked, but he's a good kicker. There's no chance he double doinks. No chance. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna have
Double
my
up?
vengeance on the
Oh
doink
my
from
God.
last year. I'm gonna double my bet this year and go
Hank?
no doinks.
Hank, will you be responding in kind?
I have to. I mean,
Yeah,
there
you
was
have
no
to
choice.
doink
I was.
it.
I
You're
was
a fucking
I wa-
asshole,
I wasn't
Hank.
going
Hank, you're
to,
such a
but-
dickhead.
What are the
I
odds on
lost-
no
I-
doink?
It's minus 750.
Oh my
It's an
God.
investment. It's an investment. It's safe. Now, Hank, you were a dickhead last year about it. You basically
I was
just
a
bet
winner.
it.
I was a winner last year.
No, you bet it just. You made it happen, and you lost me a bunch of
The
money.
I literally said in real time. I was like that. It's the odds are too good to pass up.
You think
and they
we're gonna
were
have 2 Super Bowls in a row with doinks?
No, but
Get a calculator.
I am
It doesn't
going
happen.
to just out of spite.
Out of spite.
He has to.
After all I've done for you.
All right,
Okay.
I'll. Do you want me to ride?
No,
doink
no.
minus 750. I could never.
No,
That's a crazy number.
It's
Yeah.
an investment.
That's a crazy number.
It's an investment.
Okay, I have one that I like that is not crazy, but it's a fun one. I think I've betted every single Super Bowl. Not only tails, we all are betting tails.
Tails, yeah.
Over 2.5 players to throw a pass. I love that.
Yeah.
because you just feel like there has to be at least one trick play in this game. Debo, maybe Kelsey. Mm-hmm. And there's someone's gonna have to.
McCaffrey.
What?
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I hate
Someone
to
gets
say it.
injured for a
I was
second.
gonna say injuries.
Yeah, although when they get injured for a second, they usually hand it off. But I just love. I always love it because you're just rooting for a trick play to happen.
Yeah, the Chiefs do love like tinkering around in the red zone.
Empty the clip.
Empty the clip, yeah.
Let's have a trick play.
You could even get like a little double reverse where the wide receiver like just tosses it just a little bit forward to the
I'd
guy
like
that's
that
getting
a
it.
lot. I'd like that a lot. Hank, what's your favorite one?
My last 2 Super Bowls, I went mega on opening kick touchback or
Yep.
not touchback. I forget which one
I
it
think it
was.
was touchback.
It was touchback. That hit for the Rams. Everyone, I think it was like 25 times in a row. It hadn't hit. It did last year. No doink or doink. That hit easy.
It was easy,
Shut up.
but it was.
It was too easy.
It was very easy.
I honestly I would not be betting this if I hadn't gotten doinked
No,
last
it's a
year,
spite bet.
obviously.
You have
it's a
to do
spite
it.
bet. I
You
have
have
to
to do
double
it.
down. And guess what? If it doinks again, I'm going to double down again
Yeah.
next year.
There's one prop bet on here that I'll be loading up, unloading the clip, emptying the clip, putting it all on this one prop. Will any punt result in a touchback? Yes.
I had that one too, Hank.
Ooh,
I mean,
love
let's
that.
ride. Yep.
How
I
does that
love
not
that.
happen?
It's got to hit. So it is
love
Plus
that.
135.
plus 135.
Those are just fun ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, every punt,
Every
you're like, we
punt.
got a
Dude,
chance.
yeah.
There's
a
going to be a
bounce.
fucking touchback on one of these punts. For sure.
Adrenaline's pumping. You're trying to, coffin corner goes 5 yards too far. Punch, touchback.
Yeah,
Easy.
like Ray McLeod's going to be standing on the 10. He's going to wave his hand over his head, signaling a fair catch, and then at the last second he's going to sprint away. The ball's going to bounce at the 7,
And
roll
just-
into the end zone, and all the players on the Chiefs are going to be like, "Oh, I thought he was going to fair catch it," and then we're going to be like, "We're rich.
Yeah.
I love that.
Let's do it."
Okay, I'm in on that with you guys. What other ones you guys got?
I'm doing over 1.5 coaches challenges. Throwing
Like
the
that
flags.
as well.
Let's get the flags out there.
Oh, I love doing the first time out too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that one's just
Andy Reid.
yeah.
I had that too. I wanted to do Niners first challenge because I think the guys on the field are going to be going for Mahomes. Mahomes will always get the benefit of the doubt. So that Niners first challenge was minus 105.
You think the script is in? They need Mahomes, Kelsey, Swift to win.
Correct.
So they're gonna call something a little shady, and Cal's gonna be like,
Yep, correct,
got it.
correct.
I like that. That's good logic.
You guys were talking about it, but the team with the most third down conversions, Chiefs minus 120.
Ooh,
Okay.
love that.
Like Mahomes, like you just said, Mahomes converts. He makes plays happen, especially early.
Yeah. The over 1.5 coaches challenges, by the way, it's plus 300, 3-1. So I like that.
I like color of body armor poured on winning coach, clear/water.
Okay.
Body armor sport water
Okay. Nice.
plus 700.
They're just
Nice.
gonna do some sport water on
Yeah,
it, alkaline
and then
water.
Travis Kelce MVP. For the storyline.
I just don't see a way that Kelsey gets MVP and Mahomes doesn't, though.
Because
A big
they're sick of
catch.
Mahomes,
Who?
the media, and they want to give it to Kelsey.
You think the media is sick of Mahomes? Though?
No, but I'm just saying that this just sounded right.
Fatigue. Yeah,
yeah,
it did sound
That's
right.
The only way.
It's
I mean,
like
the real answer is there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
But
like,
if you're looking for an answer, it's fatigue.
Or the storyline. The media votes.
Yeah,
Storyline.
but again, how it would have to be that Kelsey got if Kelsey has 2 touchdowns, 125 yards, Patrick Mahomes would have to have an interception and only 200 yards.
yeah, he'd have to play bad.
Right.
He'd have to play bad, but the Chiefs would win.
And Kelsey had to go off.
Yeah.
But
And if Kelsey goes
could
off,
have a miraculous catch. Isn't that how did Edelman win that year?
Edelman won a Super Bowl MVP. I mean, the Cooper Cup won a couple of years ago. I think the best MVP that's not one of the quarterbacks or Christian McCaffrey is Debo, because Debo, he could do the Debo thing where he takes a 7-yard slant to the house. He's going to run the ball as well. Debo could end up with a crazy stat line that doesn't directly say Brock Purdy was the MVP, whereas everyone else, receiver, it's very hard to make the argument how a receiver could get it or a tight end without the quarterback winning it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about kicker? What about kicker MVP?
Well, you don't like Moody.
9-3.
I don't know. I don't like Moody, but now I really do like him.
No,
Like,
actually, no.
I'm
If a kicker was going to win, they would just give it to the defense.
No, because if listen, these kickers are going to be so good. They're going to be splitting the uprights. Ball's going to be sailing right down the middle.
Uprights.
Shut the fuck up. Here's one that I really love. Actually, now that I'm looking through these list of prop bets, I love every prop bet that I'm making, so I am confident in all these. But
Well, yeah,
throughout
that's every single time. I think the Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl, I had 10 prop bets and I went 1-9. And before the game, I was like, "This is gonna rock.
yeah,
I'm gonna win all." Of
no, I've
these."
got it figured out. I've
Yeah.
got it all figured out. This is one of those bets I've been doing during the playoffs where you find something weird and the odds are so good on it, and you think to yourself, why doesn't this happen in every single game? Like, why are these odds like that? And so I hit on one of those. I lost on one of them. But this one seems too easy to be plus 2,200. So it's 22-1, each team to score 1 or more touchdowns and 1 or more field goals in each half.
No.
So
Yeah,
both
this
teams need a
is-
touchdown and field goal in each half.
I did this for.
How does that not hit?
I did
Yeah,
this
he did
for
this.
Bills Chiefs.
Yeah,
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's very hard.
You have a
It's
limited
harder
mindset.
than you realize.
It's extremely hard.
It's also hard for a team like the Chiefs, who, if they have a lead at halftime, they're going to go in just full. I mean, they're under in every second half has been insane.
Yeah.
Also, that means you need 4 scoring drives and a half. There's only each
No,
team
no,
gets
you
the ball.
just need 2 scoring. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
you
You're right.
need 4.
You're right. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You only get each team gets 3 or 4
You
drives.
just saw the 22. You know what? I'll do it.
Uh-huh.
You
I saw
said it.
22.
You said it.
Jake,
You
did
said
you
it,
not
so
hear
I'll
that
do
it's
it.
22
Yeah,
to
no,
1?
You said
that's
it,
sick.
so I'll do it.
I'm just thinking why.
The last one that I like is length of longest drive over 77.5 yards. I like that.
Okay.
You don't even have to score. You just have to go over 77.5 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it would
good.
be crazy if you didn't score that, but both offenses should, and that could also be a huge play.
Yeah.
I hope we get a couple of huge
Shot
plays.
plays.
You see,
Hank, are you actually? But you're betting Doink. I want you to.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
I
will.
want you to because I
He
want to. I
definitely
want to
will.
beat you again.
The other lock that I like is longest drive over 80.5.
Wait, what?
Are you serious? You serious, Clark?
What just happened?
He just said.
Let him. Wait. Hold on. Let him cook. Let him cook. Go ahead.
Why?
Let him
Why do-
cook.
why do you
Hold up,
think?
Hold up. Let him cook.
We're talking about prop bets, and the one I love, I was just looking, researching, maybe not fully listening.
I I literally just said over 77.5 yards, longest drive. And then I was like,
no, that's a huge difference. I like 80 and a half.
80.
I like 80 and a
Wait,
half.
what are your odds, Hank?
I think it's
It was
like
minus
It was
150.
maybe 10 seconds ago.
Yeah,
Like couldn't have been quicker.
The next thing after I said, ooh, maybe a big play.
Don't have to score.
Yeah, you just dropped that.
I
All right,
know-
well, we're in
I know-
lockstep, Hank. Great minds.
Not unless it's a 78-yard drive, then you're not.
Yeah,
good.
then
There
we're
was
fine.
discourse around it.
Yeah,
Like,
we were
it
going
was-
back
it was
and
thick.
forth.
I know the position Hank's in. It's the worst feeling. Just getting caught.
Well,
not
no, I heard
listening.
77 and a half. I just want to make it clear that
yours is
I liked 80 and a half.
Yeah.
Different bet.
Yeah, no, completely different bet.
Baby bump.
Better
Chiefs
value.
cornerback L'Jarius Sneed.
You get an
said-
interception.
Yeah, you said a baby.
I don't know if we can translate that to the defense though.
Didn't Schrager have L'Jarius Sneed scoring a pick six? in
No,
his-
that's
Oh,
what's his name?
McDuffie?
yeah, McDuffie.
Yeah.
McDuffie
34.
on that.
If you want to do an exact score, 34-28 Chiefs.
Okay.
That's what Schrager had.
38-24 Chiefs.
We are riding with Boomer, right?
Yes. That is MVS first touchdown scorer and Kyle Juszczyk anytime touchdown scorer.
Yep.
I also think that I'm just going to bet Travis Kelce to score a touchdown.
It seems
I
like a
have
smart
to.
bet.
You have to do it.
Last one I love is a doink field goal.
Thanks.
It's gonna be my last.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
They're going to say
Nice.
Travis Kelce scored a touchdown.
Yeah, nice. All right, wait, so do we have a nerd nugget?
Well, I have a top 5 countdown. I don't have to read them all.
We have
You have
5
five
nerd
nerd
nuggets?
I don't have to read them all. They're all really cool.
Do I
But I
need-
can just do one.
How about top 2?
Okay.
Hello? Oh, shit. I got an emergency at home. I got to go.
All right. Good luck, Big Cat.
All right,
I
give
heard
us
you
the
guys
fi-
on Sunday when PFT's like, "Who's excited?" And Big Cat's like,
No,
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not going to be as down on the nerd nugget noise because I don't have headphones in.
"True."
So it will be less grating on my
Okay.
So wait,
mind, body, and soul.
but your nerd nugget of the week, like, don't do that for both of them, please.
No.
Okay.
so
all right,
so
all right,
there
of course
are
not.
5 nerd nuggets.
I have 5.
All right,
I'll
give
only read
it.
2.
I mean, listen, give us all 5. It's the last game
They're
of the
quick.
season.
Yeah, you don't have to hear this again until September.
There will
unless you
not.
wanna-
There will not be nerd nuggets for March Madness.
Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking about it, but I'll cancel it for next season.
No.
don't want it.
Let's go. I want to. It's the Super Bowl. We got to fucking do it.
Yeah.
You got five nerd nuggets. I want to hear all of them.
All right. So
And
I'll-
we'll grade them. Let's do this. Let's grade them on 0, like the dunk contest, 0 to 10 each one. What's the over under of Jake's nerd nuggets for
so you
the
guys
total
get
score?
30. So max 150.
0
you
to
guys do all
10.
10s.
Yeah,
That's 30 times 5 is 150.
that's too high of a number. 0 to 5.
Okay, 0 to 5. I'm
So
gonna
what's the
say,
max score?
75.
Okay, perfect. 75. Shout out Supercuts.
Yep.
I'm gonna just think about my 25 points that could come at him. I think the over under for me is going to be about 12 and a half.
Okay, I was gonna say mine's gonna be like around 6.5.
Okay.
10.
Okay, all right. So
Okay.
that's so Jake, if you can beat, let's say
12.
30 out of 75, then you've
Okay.
the nerd nuggets hit. Okay.
Big moment.
Yep.
Last chance.
Okay.
All right.
Someone count. Max count.
I can write that.
You got our
too.
best guy on it.
Yeah.
Um,
He just took off his shoes and socks. He's ready to go.
Gami fan.
Okay.
Excluding the Super Bowl, head-to-head in the history of the Chiefs and 49ers, their records are dead even. 7 wins, 7 losses apiece. The Chiefs and 49ers also have identical all-time winning percentages, 54.8%
Okay.
via Jay Kuda.
0 because you did it excluding the Super Bowl. That's a
Okay.
pretty big. That's a pretty big game.
That's it
Yeah,
is
it
a big
is.
game.
Pretty
I was
big
thinking from Jay Kuda.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yes,
I'm
so
gonna
that's
go
not
with 2. That was long. I was losing focus.
0, 2.
so that's not your stat, Jake.
Well,
None
none of
of
these
them
are.
Yeah.
You don't create stats.
Yeah.
Like, stats are
Someone
stats.
does.
Yeah, someone does.
Also, Jay Kuda, the part of it is the
Right.
visualization.
He like puts
Like,
it
I
in
see it,
black
yeah.
and black and then gray.
But I think the excluding the Super Bowl is a pretty big
Yeah.
piece of this.
Well,
I'm gonna
number
give it a 2 because
Okay.
it is kind of wild that they're exactly even.
Okay, so what do you got? 3
0, 2, 2. 4.
Okay, 4.
Yeah. All right. If the 49ers win, Ed and Christian McCaffrey will be just the second father-son duo to win a Super Bowl for the same franchise. Steve Diossi and Zach Diossi, who both played for the Giants. Related to that, Ed McCaffrey and Mike Shanahan won 3 Super Bowls together. Now their sons Christian and Kyle have the chance to win one together.
Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's that.
I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay.
So we're up to
I'm gonna give it a 2 because we had said that.
Yeah.
Right.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
storyline. Yeah.
Right. But still cool.
Okay.
13 total.
Also,
Okay.
here's another wild one. Tack this one on, Jake. The last running back to win Super Bowl MVP was who?
Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis played for Mike Shanahan
Whoa.
on Ed
So
McCaffrey's
McCaffrey.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Number
probably
3.
Terrell Davis and Christian McCaffrey probably have met.
Probably. Oh, I want to get like a young picture of.
I think I actually saw one recently that was pretty cool.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Number 3. Umpire Terry Killens is a member of the officiating crew for Super Bowl 58. Why is this significant? He will become the first player ever to both play and officiate a Super Bowl. Killens was a member of the 99 Titans that played in Super Bowl 34.
That's
Lost it.
It's narc behavior though. Like if you're an NFL player and you're like,
Right.
I can't wait to become a cop.
Yeah. No, I think that's a 1 for me.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, but they lost the Super Bowl.
Also, yeah, why would you want to become a ref after being a player? That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's weird, isn't it?
That's very weird.
I really
It's
like
cool.
the way that you said, "Why is this significant?" I
Yeah,
thought
that was good.
it
It
was
had a
good.
little flair.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
It's like you're giving like an essay,
Yeah.
like a school essay.
Why is this significant?
Why is this
Yeah.
significant?
I'm gonna
My
go.
thesis is this guy played and refed in a Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
what
the
is
I like
that?
the
What did I
inflation.
give it?
I agree
A
with
two?
that.
9. I'm at 19.
Okay.
2 to go.
Oh, wow.
I'm ahead of pace.
Okay.
Or I'm like right on pace.
Yep.
All right. Number 2. This is from an AWL.
Okay.
named Dylan. The only quarterbacks to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs so far are Tom Brady and Joe Burrow, whose backups were once Blaine Gabbert and Brandon Allen in games where they beat Mahomes. Guess who 2 of the backups in Super Bowl 58 are? Blaine Gabbert and Brandon Allen.
I'm gonna give this a 5.
That's a good one. I'll give you a 4 on that one. That's kind of cool.
I'm gonna go 3 again.
Wait, Brandon
He's
Allen
the
is...
third string.
Yeah.
2 of the backups. 'Cause
Yeah.
Darnold.
Darnold, yeah.
Oh.
But that's still crazy.
Down to a 2. If they were the backups.
Well, Darnold, yeah.
Yeah. 2.
I'm going 2.
What do we got?
And
You
give a 4.
5?
I just
you
like
giving
I
it
like
5?
any
Yeah.
stats that are pro Mahomes losing.
Are you betting on the Chiefs or the Niners?
I bet on the Chiefs. The game ended and you convinced me to bet on the Chiefs, so I put the bet in on the Chiefs.
You made him do
And
that.
I
big guy.
haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't. You can't cash out in Vegas.
So you're okay.
So I've been taking it all in, and then I'm gonna make a decision, Saturday or Sunday when I get back. But it's hard for me to think about cashing out and betting on the Niners,
Why?
just because it's the Chiefs, and
It's
like we've said a
Mahomes.
million times, if you
It's-
lose with Mahomes,
it's
you're
the
gonna feel like
Sunday
an
night.
idiot.
It's Sunday
And if you
night.
guys are both in the 49ers,
We're
I don't
losers.
know. Yeah.
But think about how smart.
And you can't get
about-
mad at me because you were the one that made me put the bet in or convinced me to put the bet in the first place.
Think about how smart you'd feel though if Brock Purdy beat Patrick Mahomes in
But
the
I
Super Bowl. and you called
also,
it.
much like I think it was the Packers, whatever the game Big Cat talked about, or game of the year, if I lose the bet and the Chiefs lose, like I won't be that mad.
Right.
So
You'll be like, okay, Mahomes didn't win a Super Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling as well. It's what we talked about with Boomer. There's certain people, Belichick, Saban, Mahomes, Brady, where you can double lose because you can bet against them and then feel like the biggest idiot, being like, why didn't you bet on these guys?
so I'm probably not going to. I'm probably just gonna go mega lock on touchback punt
Yeah,
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna load up on props too. Okay,
Touchback
So
punt.
we're at 28
okay.
with 1 to go. And that brings us to do 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 do
Zero.
do 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 do
Zero.
do 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 do. Nerd Nugget of Super Bowl
Oh,
58.
keeps getting worse. 0.
Went all out for that one.
Okay.
With the 49ers and Chiefs having no Alabama.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anything said from here on
You can
out.
say anything.
With the
You
49ers.
could you could just be like, and the nerd nugget is PFT, Big Cat, and Hank are getting $1 million from me. I'd be like 0. Okay.
With the 49ers and Chiefs having no Alabama players on the active roster, a remarkable streak will continue. No player who finished college at Alabama has scored a point in the history of the Super Bowl. Players from 143 other colleges, ranging from the Coast Guard, 1 point, to Miami, 84, have scored in a Super Bowl.
That's pretty cool.
That is a
stat.
good
That is a
stat,
cool
Jake.
stat.
I gotta say,
But it is
it's a 0 for me,
yeah, it's
but
0 for me as
that's
well.
a great stat.
it was a great stat. The only thing is the finish at
Right,
Alabama because
Jalen
Jalen Hurts.
But it's true.
Yeah. So
zeros. So Hank,
Zero.
I need a
Also,
two
but
from
how
you.
many players drop out early because they're
Well, not.
Oh,
many.
is
You
this
played 3
degree?
years.
Is this a degree? Like
no
no player
who
with a
finished
degree.
college at Alabama? So I don't know what that means.
wait, Devontae Smith didn't score
This
last
is from
year?
Josh Dubow of the AP.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
So I need 2 from Hank to graduate.
what happens if you don't graduate?
I don't think anything.
I'll give you 1.5.
Give him 1.9999999.
All right, so zeros from you guys.
That is a good.
It's
stat,
Alabama.
though.
It's
Yeah,
the
that's-
Super
That's
Bowl.
a,
No, that
that's
is
a, That's a
crazy.
stunning stat.
Jake, we did agree it's a good stat.
It's a
but,
great
but our
stat.
score that we gave you
Yeah,
of 0,
the
which
song.
means nothing, doesn't. Yeah, the song was 3 times longer, conservatively.
I mean, I had to.
That was a fish jam you just did.
Yeah, this is Free
I just
Bird.
made it up. But those are your nerd nuggets of the 2024.
That is a crazy stat. Like, I don't. Now,
Yeah.
is it touchdown throws?
No, Coast Guard got 1 point.
Well, Jalen Hurts. Well,
You said a
scored a
Coast Guard.
touchdown.
You said a
Scored a
co-
touchdown. So
Like,
touchdown
throws
throws.
don't count.
Because
No.
Joe
He must have
Namath, I would
kicked one.
assume.
Yeah.
Must
So
have
it's the
kicker,
person
yeah.
who like in fantasy.
They
I
have
guess
to
the quarterback
score the
gets credit,
touchdown.
but like like
Okay.
you're betting on an anytime touchdown score.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
The fact that it's Alabama is insane.
Yeah. Okay.
People from the Coast Guard have.
Yeah. All right. Good job, Jake.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough. 29.99999.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if
But-
you,
Something to shoot for. Room
that
for
was a great
improvement next
stat.
year.
So
Yeah.
it was kind of.
Thanks.
It just happened that way.
Thanks
I
for
completely
listening.
lost track of the scores. So I'm
Yeah,
happy
we
that-
know.
I wrote it down.
Jake, backup boy had you after like.
Did you when
After 1
PFT
minute.
said we got our best guy on it? Did you
Yeah.
think he was being for
I got
real?
3 of PFT scores. 4
Yeah, Max
big
puffed his
cats,
chest out.
and
He's like,
3
yeah,
Hanks.
that's
Best guy. I'm the best
Yeah.
guy.
I'm the best big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm your best
backup
boy.
boys. I've added some to the bonk list this week, Hank, to back you up.
Nice.
I don't know. I haven't done a single horny thing this week while watching Miley Cyrus on TV.
Yeah.
Final thoughts about the Super Bowl? Anything? Who's wearing white?
Chiefs are, I think.
No, Chiefs wearing red. I
Oh,
believe.
they are.
Oh,
Oh, that means something.
Double
that hurts
check.
you.
Why?
I just feel like the Chiefs red. Although no,
No,
what did
Chiefs
they-
in white. That's what scares me.
It's
Super
always
Bowl
Super Bowl
red
teams
for
in white.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs in white scare me.
I have one more prop. Over 75.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supercuts.
over 75.
I wonder what
Good
the
point.
alt line to that actually would be. In real.
Wait, so what did the Chiefs wear in the first one that
Red.
they played? They wore red in the 49ers one, so they won that one. They wore red in the Bucks one. They won that one. Did they wear red last year? Or they
Did
were
not
white.
win the Bucks one.
You're right. They're 1-1 in red. What did they wear last year?
I think they wore white
I
last
think they
year.
wore white. So in red they're 1-1.
Yeah.
Okay,
So they're beatable.
they're beatable
They're
and they
beatable
can
in
win.
red, and they can win.
And they can win,
But they're beatable.
That's like all the stats and everything that I've looked up this past, however long we've been thinking about the Super Bowl is it just always leads back to these two teams are really good. I don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
I love the idea of Brock Purdy winning a Super Bowl, and then for the next 10 years, people are gonna be like, you just gotta find a Brock Purdy in
Yeah.
the 7th round of the draft.
Yeah,
That's all
Pay
you
him a little
need.
bit of money.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, before we get to our interview with George Kittle, want to shout out our friends at Supercuts. If you want a free haircut after this year's big game, well, if the big game's final score meets or beats 75 points, you could win a free haircut at Supercuts. Why 75? Because Supercuts has been cutting America's hair since 1975, and 75 just so happens to be the highest ever score of the big game. So we're looking for the over on the Supercuts high score of 75 points. We were 2 points off of 75 last year. We're rooting for points. Love Supercuts. I get my hair cut at Supercuts, the one on Ashland. Head to supercutshighscore.com to register, read the terms and conditions, and for eligibility. That's supercutshighscore.com to register today. Thank you to Supercuts. Go sign up right now. Root for points, free haircuts, nothing better. Supercutshighscore.com to register, read the terms and conditions, and for eligibility. That's supercutshighscore.com to register today. Okay, here he is, George Kittle. Okay, we now welcome on a very, 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 very special guest, one of our good friends. You can't tell the story of the history of Pardon My Take without George Kittle. We're here Super Bowl week. He was able to get us access to the hotel. George, first of all, thank you for doing that. We're excited to have you back on, back at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, first, thanks for having me back. I'm still wearing my recurring guest shirt. It's somewhere in the
it's
mail.
coming.
Yep,
It's coming.
It's
You
coming.
guys sent it a while ago, right? Like 3 years
yeah.
ago?
3 people have those shirts. I think Rachel Nicholas has one, Spencer Hawes has one, and Randy Moss has the other.
Yeah.
Those are 3 good people to have them.
Well, the horse
Yes.
racing Randy Moss.
The white Randy Moss.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we I've told this story before, but the first time we ever met George was when we were actually at 49ers camp in 2018. What was
sounds
your
right.
rookie year?
It was 18 because
18.
McGlinchey was there.
18, and we interviewed Kyle Shanahan and
Joe Staley,
John
McGlinchey.
Lynch, and Joe Staley. And Staley said to us, they're like, "Hey, we got this rookie tight end who's a big fan of you guys. Can you just take a picture?" And we're like, "Yeah, I guess we'll take a picture with a fan." It turns out he's the best tight end in the league, so that was fun. And then we had John for the Super Bowl in Miami.
Yeah.
Didn't go great, but my first question is that clip of you on the sideline. Are you sick of that clip yet? Of you saying, "I will be back."
I get tagged in a bunch. Like
A bunch,
Yeah.
sure.
I'm like, I do a pretty good job of like not diving into all the like the Super Bowl social media stuff. So like I don't see it too often. I do, like, if I click on the tag button, that's most of my tagged photos and tweets and what are they called? Are they still called tweets?
Yeah.
we can-
X's.
It posts X videos.
Yeah.
You're featured on
Yeah.
one of the most viewed X videos of all time, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
You and Drake.
It is what it is.
You did say, have you seen the Drake video?
He burst onto the scene this morning. Did he not?
I think he leaked that himself.
He looks good.
He looks great.
He looks good.
I saw someone talking about it. They're like, it doesn't hurt him. By any
Yeah.
means.
No,
He's
not at all.
As someone who has bad angles all the time on the internet, I would say that was a good angle.
That was a great
That was a great angle.
But,
yeah.
in that clip, it wasn't that you said like I will be back. You said I will be back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
So do you have a vengeance right now?
Yeah, it's building up. You know, it's not something like I'm not sitting in vengeance right now, like just, like oozing vengeance. No, it's nothing like that. It's just, you learn from your opportunities. You can like sit in sorrow and stuff like that. Or I also, like, my dad always tells me, speak things into existence. So like, hey man, that one got away from me. I want to be back, speak it into existence, and now I have another opportunity. And hopefully you'll see that side of me on Sunday.
I want to see vengeance on Sunday.
Yeah, I do too.
vengeance.
I would love to see it. Would that mean I win?
Yeah.
I would love to see that then.
Are you treating it like you've been to a Super Bowl? So are you doing anything different? Or are you just like, it's football? We're playing football.
Playing football, like, I definitely learned things. Like, the biggest thing, like, when you go to a Super Bowl, like, the flashing lights, the interviews, the people that want to take you places, the restaurants, right? Oh, hey, come eat here. Your agent wants to get food with you. My agent actually hasn't asked me to, so good for him.
Yep.
But like, that's like the story I hear from everybody. And I think the last time we went to Miami, I think you get caught up in the hype of the Super Bowl, and I think it's the team who like does the best job of like sticking to your routine, making sure your body's healthy, your mind's healthy, and that you're ready to roll and not really worrying about the outside stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the best things we've learned as a team.
Annoying podcasters asking you to come on their
No,
show.
this is always great for me.
Yeah,
I love this.
we appreciate that very much because we have no. It's very funny how we're set up. We have the NFL gives us no access whatsoever. Doesn't want us near anything, and then this will be 2 years in a row where we're just like waltz into the team hotel.
Yeah.
We're like we're okay.
Yeah,
I like you guys.
Yeah,
You guys have my stamp of approval.
I appreciate that. Last
Stamp.
time, it was before the Super Bowl, we interviewed you, and you talked about your dad writing you the letters.
Yeah.
Did he blame himself for not writing a good enough letter?
Oh.
Because I bet you he's going to have a hell of a letter for you on Sunday.
Yeah. No, I will say he definitely was like, wow, that's actually a great question. Internally, he probably blames himself, but he would never say that to me.
yeah.
You know what? I think me and Big Cat made you a visual letter. I think we put a
we
video
gotta do
out.
that again, or do we
No,
not
we don't
do it again?
I think maybe
Don't
it's
do it.
us. We should take the blame for that.
Yeah.
You should take the blame.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
job.
yeah, I've told you
Yeah.
and that I'm doing Game of the Year right now. As of right now, on the Chiefs, which is good for you because I'm the worst gambler ever. My heart is all Niners. I want you to win a Super Bowl very, very badly. That I will like get in front of the train and hopefully lose money for you to win a Super Bowl. Because I want you to be a Super Bowl winner.
How could you be a better friend than that?
Yeah, it's like I want you to have you deserve a Super Bowl ring.
Thank you.
And you seem like a guy who wear it all the time. If you get one.
I would like to wear it.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
That'd be a fun opportunity.
I also noticed that you've officially made it, and I want to say you've made it because I feel like you don't make it until one of those Twitter X guys, influencers like a Joe Pompliano or one of those guys does a long thread about someone. So I saw there was a long thread about you the other day.
Was there?
Which was very cool.
What was it?
I didn't know some of the stories, so it was basically about like your perseverance and making it to
I did.
this point.
My mom told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very cool. So I had no idea, and you could tell the story obviously because it's your life, but you on National Signing Day, there was a chance you were just not going to go to Iowa.
Yeah, there was.
So what exactly transpired?
They basically, I didn't talk to a single coach. Like I went to a couple Iowa football camps growing up. Did fine. But like in high school, I was like 6'1.5", 6'2", 175 pounds. Not a lot going on there. And so my dad was in contact with one of their coaches because my dad played there. Kirk Ferentz was in my dad's wedding, my parents' wedding. So they had that relationship. And they're like, hey, we have a couple scholarship offers out. If they all say no, hey, George might get one. If they say yes, we can talk about doing like a gray shirt, which is like, you show up a whole semester early and you start that following off season. That would have been tough.
Yes.
That's not fun. But there's like, and then on signing day, like chilling, I went off from Weber State, Air Force, and Navy. It's my 3 offers. Super sick.
That's
You
crazy.
would have been awesome at Navy.
You
been
literally
sick in
were
that
told
triple
like,
option.
there's 2 guys that if they say yes, you're just shit out of luck.
So like 2 guys said no, and then they gave a scholarship to a offensive lineman, defensive lineman from Illinois, and then I got the last one.
That's insane.
That was awesome.
And like if like do you think about that moment where it's like, hey, things could have been very different if you go to Air Force, Navy, like you probably can't play in the pros because you got to be in the Air Force or the Navy.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
And
crazy.
now you're the best tight end. Travis Kelce said that, by the way.
That
you're
is.
the best tight end in the NFL.
Thanks, Travis.
It's an awesome story. I had no idea. And the thread also was like, when he got there, he was small and he
I stunk.
But Kirk Ferentz was basically like, this guy doesn't quit. He's got a motor. And getting into, what was it, between your sophomore and junior year or junior and senior year?
Going in my redshirt junior and redshirt like my redshirt junior year, so like my 4th year of college, like that's when the switch, like the light bulb went off, and I was like, football.
What was it? What was it that like flipped for you?
It was a combination of the bowl game we played in the Tax Slayer Bowl, and we lost like 1-0 to Tennessee.
Okay.
What was it?
That's like an Iowa tradition.
Yeah, it is. I was 0 for 4 in bowl games. It was super fun.
Okay.
But like we lost that game, and I was like 4th on the depth chart, and like I had younger guys ahead of me and stuff, and I was like, oh, this sucks. Like I'm definitely not, like I'm not going to achieve my dream. I have 2 years left. I've been kind of like squandering a little bit, and then literally that off season, that's like whatever winter workouts and stuff like that. Pat Inger was in the building. And Kirk Ferentz always told a story about how Pat, like his first 2.5 years at Iowa, just kind of, he got hammered, went out all the time, was lit and then he would fight people, so he'd get in trouble all the time. I just asked him, I was like, what switch flipped for you? And he was like, I just realized that I like football a lot, and I like that more than partying. And I was like, I like the party and I love football, so okay, I'm gonna try that same thing. Literally, just kind of reprioritized my goals, and it just kind of a switch flip for me. Started making plays in practice, and then not gonna lie either, like there were a couple of injuries ahead of me too, and so like I just got thrown into an opportunity. I took advantage of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you see everyone who's playing in the Super Bowl, you're like, oh, they were the best for their whole life, like they were studs. Like no, it's that type
It's
of
a grind,
hard work.
man.
Yeah,
It's a grind.
People don't see, so I'm happy for that thread that got posted.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It was a fun one, man.
Sick.
What about when you get to the league? Was there, because we were talking to Maxx Crosby the other day, and he was saying that he got motherfucked for his first like 6 weeks, 8 weeks of being on the team in camp. They would pull up all his clips and practice, be like, "Well, you did everything wrong here, basically." So when you got to the NFL, did you like hit the ground running, or was there like a big learning curve for you?
A little bit of both. What was really beneficial for me was with Coach Shanahan's run game, outside zone gap scheme. That's what we did at Iowa. So like when they showed up, like I was like, oh, I know how to do this. Like that's good. I'm great. And it took me a while to get used to blocking like all NFL football players and stuff like that. But like I did a really good job in rookie mini camp. OTAs did a great job. My first training camp, like I got hurt. Like I think it was like the first day at pads, I pulled my hamstring. That was tough. But like I was doing really well in the run game stuff. So like I had no worries there. And then the pass game stuff I just kind of picked up. But like I made some big plays in OTAs. Like they were like, oh, this kid can play a little bit. And then like I had one preseason game where I scored a touchdown. CJ threw me a ball in the flat and I ran. I like broke a tackle in the end zone. And they traded our starting tight end the next day. And I was like,
Hey,
okay.
me. You're like the Leo meme, like me. It's me now.
I was like, what? I'm not what?
Yeah.
And then but like I did have that also, like I did get yelled at. I'll never forget my rookie year. We're playing Minnesota in a preseason game, and like I wouldn't say I was going through the motions. I was just kind of like, wow, this is really cool. I'm an NFL football player, but like I didn't have I wasn't like dialed in at that time. And I had like 3 or 4 MAs in a row in the first half, and I come in at halftime, and my old tight ends coach, he's in Miami now, John Embry, I'm like going in to listen to Kyle like break down, hey, this is what we're gonna do. And then one of the guys like, hey, Embry wants to see you in the coach locker room. I'm like, oh, great, this is gonna be a great conversation. I go in there. I've never been yelled at like that in my entire life. And John Embry's like, I view him like he's like my dad in the NFL. I have nothing but respect for the guy. Like he's one of the reasons I am where I am today, and like just helped me develop a mindset. But he was basically just said, he was like, what do you think you're doing? Like you are squandering your opportunity. You have an opportunity to be a starting tight end in the NFL. Figure it out. Are you going to play, or are you just going to screw it off and you're going to lose this opportunity? You're never going to have an opportunity again. Like, this is your opportunity. Go do something. Light switch flip, had a great second half, played at a high level, and it just kind of took off from there.
That's awesome. So if you had to pick right now, scoring a touchdown or pancake block, because you had both in these playoffs so far. You had the touchdown against the Packers, and then you had the pancake block on Aiden Hutchinson, which was football porn. Which one do you like to do more?
That was literally just for the NFC North, too. So
yeah, you did. Yeah, you just conquered the NFC North. I did text you before the Packers game. I was like, you are my Lord and Savior. Please protect me.
That was a great
And you were like, I got you.
That was a great meme that you sent me.
Yeah, I needed it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl, I think I would take a touchdown because, like, those are hard to come by.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, like, dude, when you get a nice block and Christian runs right off of it and he goes for 20 yards and it's just like, that was very fulfilling. So, yeah, I like pancaking people, especially defensive ends.
Yeah, and you also love just catching the ball and just dominating people. You do not want to go down.
No. Why would I? I don't get that many opportunities, so when I get the ball, I don't really want to get tackled.
Yeah.
So I like to score.
The pancake on Aiden was great because when we watched it, we were like, I guarantee you he's laughing during this play. And then NFL Films puts out the clip later in the week. Yeah. And it was like, yeah, you are laughing like during the play. And what was the word he said?
Proprioceptive.
You messed with his proprioceptiveness?
Our helmets got a little click together, and he was like, I messed with my proprioception. And I was like, that's not a football word.
Yeah.
That's a kid from Michigan.
Pancakes you.
That's a Michigan guy being like, you beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I guess. I was like, I'm more of a protobation guy. Like, that's the term that I would use. But, like, proprioception, sure, I get it. But I think, like, 75% of the people that watch that were like, I got to Google that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often do you laugh during a game?
75% of it.
Yeah.
I'm just chuckling to myself the entire time.
Because it must be fun to just run people over. I would laugh, too. That'd be, like, the highlight of my life.
Like, I see, like, Debo make a cool catch. I'm like, he's really good. That's so cool.
Yeah. So you want a touchdown. You want a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
I'd love a touchdown.
I get that.
I was just told downstairs that an Iowa player has never scored in the Super Bowl before.
Oh, wow. It would be a big first.
What is it about Iowa that you guys just can't play offense and then you have the best tight ends in the league? It's crazy. Laporta, Hawkinson, Noah Fant, but then you watch Iowa football. They had more punt yards than offensive yards.
Torrey Taylor, punt god.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a combination of, they have a lot of young guys. Recruiting's a part of it. Like, I'm not in the building every single day. I don't see it, but like the defense obviously is doing really good things. They're coached well. Like, I think the team's coached well. It's just, you just got to have, I think they just got to have to kind of reboot the offense and just like, you just got to try something different. Like Wisconsin tried something different. Like, was it amazingly successful? No. But was it better than Iowa's?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
So, just try something different because if you keep pouring out like a top 5 offense and top 5 special teams unit and you have a top 80 offense, you're gonna win games. And the fact that they won 10 games this year is
crazy.
It's
you should have won 11.
Yeah.
They should have.
Yeah.
The
that was
Minnesota
bullshit.
game, that was BS.
Yeah.
Man.
No, it was.
Can you imagine if they won 11 games? What if they would have snuck into the playoffs?
That would have been, honestly, that's what I was rooting for. So bad.
I think you tweeted something about that or X something about that.
It was crazy because I think I'm the only one, I always think the Badgers and the Hawkeyes are kind of like I said they're like Kane and Undertaker. They're like, they're long lost brothers where they play a very similar style of football.
Yeah.
And then we went to the running gun this year and you guys just keep sucking at offense, but you're winning games. And I'm like, I might be the only football fan in the world who's like, I kind of want that. I wish that we were Iowa this year because there's something about it. You're winning games. That's what's the cool part.
Winning is
doesn't
really
matter
fun.
how it happens. Just winning is fun.
Winning is so much fun. Every game was 12-6.
That's crazy.
It's incredible.
I think their over under was 30 in all their games, and they still went 11-1.
Did they have 2 of the lowest over unders this year in the history of college football?
Yeah, it was just
that one. It was Northwestern.
28
Iowa,
and a half.
28 and a half. I bet the over on that at Wrigley Field. Yeah, and it was just.
Was it the under?
Punts. It was big time. I think there were maybe 12,
10-7 or something.
It was incredible.
I respect the hell out of Iowa fans because they show up. and they are the drunkest fan base I've ever seen.
They drink more than they drank Wrigley Field out.
Yeah, they did.
They drank out Wrigleyville too. The bars ran out of beer.
There was a guy that was
love
so
Iowa.
It's the best. I went to dinner before the game, like the Friday night before the game, and I went to like a nice steakhouse, and it was just full of people wearing their nicest Iowa
Isn't it great?
pullovers. Yeah. And like,
Pullovers,
I
polos.
got my golf shirt. Like, I'm getting dressed up tonight for a steak. Gotta have Iowa on.
Before the game kicked off, I was in the bathroom at Wrigley Field, and they have like the trough style urinal.
Amazing.
And this dude comes in, Iowa fan, head to toe, and just goes up right next to me at the trough, takes his pants down, and starts to take a shit in the trough.
Dude's rock.
Dude's rock.
Dude's rock.
And everyone in the
Dude's
bathroom was
rock.
like, "Dude, stop!
Don't do that, man.
The game hasn't kicked off yet.
Yeah.
Wait till halftime for this, bro."
Yeah.
But yeah, I do respect Iowa football. Do you have a touchdown celebration plan in case you score?
Well, I got asked this yesterday because it's on Nickelodeon. So I was like, there has to be like some type of SpongeBob dance that you can do.
Yeah.
Like they're bringing around town or something like that.
SpongeBob is a football guy. Jim Harbaugh taught us that. He's one of
you're
he's
right.
one of Jim Harbaugh's
Relentless enthusiasm.
Yeah, he just goes to work every day flipping patties.
And he loves it.
He loves
the
What do
grind.
you think a Krabby Patty? Like, what burger do you think most closely a Krabby Patty would relate to?
Probably are they square?
This is a problem. You've
might be square.
unfortunately hit a point where PFT and I are a little too old. Max is laughing right now because
Well, like,
we kind of miss SpongeBob.
But you know what a Krabby Patty is. Kind of.
Sure,
It's the burgers that he makes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the burgers that he makes.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have no idea.
we watched one SpongeBob episode.
Aren't you a dad?
Super high. Yeah, they're not there yet though. We did. We
Yeah.
on
Like
the way to the
intelligently, like they're not can't watch that yet, or
No,
not
they
old
just
enough?
they watch
kidding.
weird like fucking. I watched these two Russian kids named Vlad and Nikki play with their toys. It's fucked up.
What's
dude.
the
I
chick
think
on
it's like
YouTube that has like 1 billion followers?
Ms. Rachel?
Yeah, Ms.
dude.
Rachel. I've heard about her.
Listen, when a kid finds a new show, you're just like, oh my god, like this is gonna be painful. But yeah, I look forward to the day I get to SpongeBob. But yeah, PFT and we watched one SpongeBob episode like super high, and we're like, this was funny, but I don't. Yeah, we missed it.
That's
I
all right.
wish we were SpongeBob.
It is
guys.
funny. Like I appreciate the show. I could probably go back and watch the entire catalog right now.
The first like 10 years is phenomenal television.
That's a
10
lot of
years?
years.
That's how many years?
Oh no, wait, what are they on now?
been on for like
It's still
What are
on.
they, 20 something?
20, 23,
Yeah, it's like, but like I would say,
Damn.
like the first 10 years are absolutely outrageous.
Fuck. Okay.
do a SpongeBob dance. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
idea.
can always
let me,
dab again.
let me ask
Dab
you.
is coming back.
It will never die as long as I'm
Never
here, man.
dies, yeah.
I love the dab.
So the playoff games this year, you guys have come back big time in both games. Were you guys aware of the Kyle Shanahan stat that they show on Fox?
Dude, the amount of that's all I get asked the
Okay.
entire week.
So-
After every loss, hey, do you guys know that you
Back
lost
question
again?
by me. Did you tell Kyle after? You're like, hey, dude,
You did it.
you got one.
You did it. No, I didn't say it to Kyle. I should. I'll go say it to him right now after this.
He's got two now, I
Hey,
think.
two.
Yeah.
Hey, look at him. Look
Yeah.
at us.
Yeah, look at us. Who
in
would
a
have
row.
thought?
See, you know what's tough about that stat too is like our first 2 years we weren't very good.
Yeah, you were like, wasn't there a year you guys were 2-14?
No, that
Oh,
was
no.
that was 16. That was
yeah,
before us.
right before.
My rookie year, we started the year 0-9.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy G came. We won the last 5. Pause. We won the last 5 games. And then the next year he got hurt and we went 4-12.
Right.
It's just like,
Yeah,
we're not gonna.
yeah.
Like, that's just a tough stat. Like we weren't a good team.
Right, if you're down 21 in the fourth quarter, that unfortunately adds to the stat.
Yeah,
It's
which-
like, okay, you weren't going to come back from 21.
We were down 14 points often.
That's true. All right, so that stat is bullshit.
It is bullshit. When did you know that you were going to win though? When did you think, okay, we got this?
The Lions game?
Yeah.
When they went for it on fourth down, they didn't get it.
Oh, damn it. We've defended Dan Campbell on that.
When that didn't hit and we go down and score a touchdown instantly, and then we got the fumble, I was like,
Yeah.
cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
would say
we're rolling.
It's the best way to determine whether or not a call is correct or not isn't necessarily through numbers. It's like what the opposing team and their fans want you to do in that situation. So did you want him to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah,
You didn't want a field goal, even though the kicker is not very good?
he looked great that night.
He had a chip shot.
All those chip shots, they were so slow and so soft. They just kind of fell
All right, so
into it.
we're going to cut this part of the podcast.
So you were hoping for him to go for it on fourth down.
Well, like I think I'm not in the defensive meetings, but like I think we planned for them to go for it every fourth down, like
Right.
4th and 4 or less. We're like they're probably going to go for it. Like why not?
Would it have been equal momentum if he had attempted a field goal and missed?
I think it would have been that would have been equal.
That would have been,
That
okay,
would've
so
been
there we
equal.
go. We're back.
Justified.
We're
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
So like either one, like, and the fact that they did that the entire season, That's their MO. Like that is their identity. So like, okay, like if you're a player on that staff, how could you be mad at him doing that?
Right.
You should. They went for the kill.
Yep.
They did. They went for the kill because you score a touchdown there and you go up. Would have been 21.
Right.
That's kind of a tough one to come back from.
That was always our point with how Dan Campbell coached this year is like for us sitting on the couch, we're like, what the fuck is he doing? But everyone on that sideline knows before the game, like these are the situations we're attacking.
What's that like high school coach that they never punted?
Yeah, that guy rocked.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure. But just like when you have that mindset of like, hey, if we get it to within 4th and 3, we're going for it no matter what. Like you just have like a confidence about it. And it's just like your whole team has that confidence. So it's like, yeah, why would we not go for it? We've done it the entire season. And I'm assuming their percentage on it's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
good,
it was 17 for 20 on 4th and 3 or less. Pretty damn good.
Yeah, why would you not? Because
Right.
like again, even if you bleed off another 3 minutes on the clock, even if you kick a field goal 3 plays later,
Yeah,
you're
a chip shot, yeah.
you're still running time off the clock. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Now, hey, I'm happy that they went for it and missed. Awesome.
So, all right, the other game, the Packers game,
Yeah.
I said you dropped the ball.
I did.
But I said that you are probably the number one guy that like who drops a ball and you're like, all right, Kittle's going to do something awesome coming up. Do you, when you drop a ball, are you like, I'm next play, like throw it to me right now, I'm ready to go?
Yeah, please give me the ball back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I had a lapse of football brain.
Yeah. Because
And-
it does feel like you bounce back faster than anyone.
Yeah, man. You got to flip the switch. What I've learned in football is like you can't let things snowball, good or bad. Like you can have a great play, but if like you go into the next play, like, oh, dude, I'm so cool and stuff. Who knows? Like you can like get your legs taken out from underneath you, shit like that. So like I just try to reset after every single play. But like when you have a mess up, and also like I feel like I hold myself to a high standard of play. It's like when you do something like that, you're like, all right, let's not do that again. Let's just go out there and do something good.
All right, so I was right.
Do you just wipe it? Do you just like act like the play didn't happen, or do you use it as motivation? Like next play, I got this. Because I feel like those are two very different.
I'm more of
mindsets to tap
a
into.
like it's flushed for me. Like I didn't think about it again until people tweeted at me and they were like, "I hate you," and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I caught a ball 2 plays later. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
The rain was bad though.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And so like then you switch to the leather gloves, which are awesome. Like when it's really wet, those things are like glue. It's super cool. But like the second it stops raining and the ball's dry, very slippery.
Yeah.
And so like you can see like in the like I literally just turned my head because like if you're wearing the normal sticky gloves, like you don't have to like you can catch it. Like it's pretty easy. Those things, ball hit, just slipped right through them and I looked, I was like, gosh damn.
Well, are you ready for the turf in Vegas? Because I don't want another turf incident.
Well, 2 years in a row, we've got the sod father pulling his tricks.
Yeah.
Last year in the Super Bowl, this year they got you on UNLV's field, which I guess
Yeah.
you guys are practicing on pillows. I don't know how soft that is. Is that overblown or is that a real thing?
To me it's overblown.
Okay.
Like excuse me.
Nice. That was a good
coffee
burp.
burp.
Yeah.
To
out
me, it's
Cell Blue.
overblown. Like I've played on bad fields. I've played on bad fields in the NFL. I've practiced on bad fields. Like we were in Colorado Springs last year, and our practice field it was frozen, and there were divots everywhere. And we still practiced. Like now, granted, it wasn't like a full speed thing, but like we got through it. Its field is not that.
Okay.
Right? They're trying really hard on it. They're out there. They're drying it. It was a little soft because of the water. Like yeah, it poured rain 3 days in a row. It's a new grass. Yeah, but by the time we get there tomorrow, I'm not really concerned with it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you got to be ready. You got to bring some extra cleats for. Like they wheel this grass in. I don't fucking know.
We've talked like, hey, have your 7 studs ready.
Okay.
That type of stuff.
Good.
You know what's crazy though? Like 2019, we played in Washington and that monsoon, the Mud Bowl thing. I didn't wear 7 studs in that. Like I've
Really?
never worn 7 studs. I always just wear my cleats. I don't slip very often though.
Well,
Yeah.
You
What
just,
about last year when that game was crazy?
I didn't
too?
play in that one.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The mayor of Chicago asked me to not play in that game so
right.
you guys could get a win.
Yes. We
And
did.
then do you remember that guy? Then he tweeted out, you guys all predicted that the Bears, how many games did you win? 2?
Yeah. No, it was.
How many games was it? 2?
It was the Bears were 2-1 and he's like, so much for these media pundits being like the Bears are going to suck this year
And they're gonna
then
go
we
2-14.
Or 3-14 and then we went 3-14. We're 2-1 to 3-14. It was great.
Like that was the
I
best.
think it was
that
Greg
the best.
Gabriel. Yeah, it was so good. So good.
Such a great tweet.
Such
dude.
an idiot.
you did play in DC this year though, so that's a bad field. Might get
That
you
was
ready
fine.
for it. It was good this year.
That was fine. I didn't notice it. Like some grass fields in December, like they're a little slick and like there's some sand in it and stuff. But like I'd rather play on that. Like Cincinnati's turf field's brutal.
Really?
New Orleans turf field brutal. Like I don't know how those guys play on it because like how sore you are after doing stuff on turf. like your ankles, your joints. It's just like, oh my God, like I have to sleep in a nice tub.
Yeah.
And like when you play on grass, like I never feel like that. Like there's the other bumps and bruises, but like it just adds to it.
We're a grass podcast.
For sure.
We're for the players.
Thank you.
Player
Also,
safety.
How did we convince the World Cup?
Oh, because
They're changing it.
Yeah.
But still.
They're changing it for
They're
the soccer
changing the
players?
field,
Yeah,
yes,
so they're-
yes.
Oh, for the soccer players, they're changing it.
they're
All
going
right,
to bring
cool.
in grass on all stadiums that are turf, and they're also not using the names of the stadiums. They're just being like, it's Dallas Stadium.
Ah.
It's New York Stadium.
San Francisco Stadium.
Yeah.
Is it San Francisco Stadium or Santa Clara Stadium?
Santa
Santa
Clara?
Clara Stadium, probably.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
interesting.
All right, so your quarterback gets a lot of, let's say, media fodder.
Ooh, that's a good word.
Brock Purdy, for some reason, it's every single game. It's like if he has not a great game, he stinks. If he has a great game, he's elite. Does he like tune out all of that? And I would assume that you guys have full trust in him. Like it's kind of funny to you to see all of this discussion.
Tune out, yes. I don't think he's not very active on social media at all, which like good for him.
Yeah.
As you shouldn't be. Like when you're the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers and you're following Joe Montana and Steve Young, the expectations are pretty high for you when you lace it up, at quarterback. So I think he does a good job. He doesn't really do any social media stuff. Like I think he has like 2 posts this whole year, which is like, hey, good for you, man. Like he's just focused on winning. And yeah, I think everybody has confidence in him. Everyone has trust in him. Like you just see the plays he makes. You're like, oh wow. Like he had 4 interceptions for his Baltimore. After the third one, I was like, hey, please keep throwing it. Don't get scared. Like don't sit back there and like, I don't know if I should just throw it. Mm-hmm. It happens, man. Like we're gonna get through this with her. Like we're not gonna get through this without you. Like we need you. Right. So like you're the guy that we're really good because of you.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart that he's not active on social media, and you probably haven't seen this yet, but this just came out today. A comparison of Brock Purdy to another guy in American history. Let me show you because it's actually fascinating. So
FDR.
here we go right here. This is from Josh Chavis. Been trying to figure out who Brock Purdy looks like for the last 2 years, and it's Lee Harvey Oswald. And look at that. There's Brock, and then there's Lee.
Yeah.
Pretty wild,
They
huh?
kind of look like.
Gunslingers.
That middle photo looks. Yeah, I'll give it that one.
Yeah.
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe show that to Brock.
Will you send that to me?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll 100% throw it to him.
Yeah.
Show that to Brock.
Dude, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you back from the dead? All right. So, given the fact you guys are in the Super Bowl this year,
Yeah, we are. That's cool.
last year obviously Brock got hurt in the NFC Championship game. I think the fact that you're in the Super Bowl just proves that you guys were way better than the Eagles. I said it. PFT, do you agree?
I think you would have won that game
Easily.
I was a huge fan of our game plan. Yeah, I was a huge fan of everything.
Yeah, a
that
lot
was
of
going into that
Eagles
game.
fan. None in this room, Max, are rooting hard against you because they're trying to keep the sanctity of their NFC Championship alive.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, well, no,
Well,
that's what Max
It's
is
a
doing.
totally different year, man. And like, look,
He doesn't. He thinks it's the same year.
Look, so this is my thing too. Like, if you're an Eagles fan, you should 100% believe that you would have won that game regardless. You guys Eagles were fantastic last year. Like they played at a high level, beat the crap out of everybody, and you could see like on the tape, like they kind of ran through our defense last year. You could say that, but like you look at Brock Purdy and be like, you can't lie and not say like that would have been at least a close game.
yeah,
for sure.
Like 31-7, was that a realistic score?
No,
not
Max.
at all.
No.
Now, hey, if Brock would have played the whole game, we would have lost like 21-17. Sure, like it is what it is, but like I believe that we would have won with Brock because I think he's such a good player.
Yeah,
I think you would have too.
Or at least it would have been a close game because everyone's like, oh, we beat you by 24. I'm like, dude, come on, I didn't have a quarterback for 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Max, you
my
have
guy-
something to say?
No, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. That it would have been a close game.
At least.
Obviously, not having a quarterback is going to take points off of the board for a football team.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and then
some
when you can put
astute
11,
analysis.
when Christian McCaffrey's playing quarterback and you have 11 guys on the box,
Yeah, that was
Pretty
That
one-dimensional.
was pretty good for us. That was pretty good for the Eagles.
if I was a Niners fan in that
defensive scheme,
situation, I would have had I'd be like, you guys stink.
Yeah, well, I've just gotten a lot of Niners fans are strong online.
Oh yeah,
They were.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
there are a lot of them.
But like over any fan base, like even like Cowboys fans, I get more shit from Niners fans about the Eagles than the Cowboys do.
Yeah,
The faithful don't
Yeah.
forget, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like I've been
love 'em.
battling Niners fans all year.
All right, so
And it wasn't great when you beat the shit out of us this year, but
I know.
So you're saying this right now, but also if the Niners lose in the Super Bowl, you're going to take a victory lap. For sure.
well, it depends how they lose because we also lost to the Chiefs last year.
true.
But you won this year, so that
We
means that
did
we get to win this year, right? Can I show you something funny?
Yeah,
You
please.
So
Okay.
this was like 3 weeks after we beat the Eagles, my buddy for the Predators, Phil Forsberg, they were going to play Philadelphia Flyers. And he sends me this photo. They're on the bus to the game, and this was outside of a coffee shop.
Tebow wasn't lying.
It's a sign outside of a Philadelphia coffee shop that said Debo wasn't lying.
Yeah, well, that was big discourse, and then because everyone was ready to be like, "Shut the fuck up, Debo. We're better anyway." And then we got and that started the demise of Philly fans.
And he also had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
true. Good point.
Yeah, he went off.
When
the best player on the field.
When Big Dom got kicked out, were you like, "Oh, we got this game"?
Dude, that whole sequence of events, I was like, "There's no way that we're about to like just give this game up," because first off, Dre Greenlaw, one of our best players on defense, gone. And then we had 2 15-yard penalties on that drive. I'm like, we're about to give up a touchdown, and they're going to have all the momentum in the world. But then fortunately, we were able to go back and answer on offense. That kind of like settled it.
Yeah. But Big Dom, losing Dre Greenlaw is, like, you can figure out a game plan.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Losing Big Dom, that ended the season.
Ruined the season.
It ruined the season.
Yeah, he was on the sideline for any game, right?
No, he was allowed to coach. He was allowed to coach during the week.
Yeah, I think he was in the box too.
He's not a coach.
He could provide sidelines.
Right?
He was allowed to coach during the week.
I've heard nothing but fantastic things about Big Tom.
Yeah,
so,
no, he's a legend. We're a Big Dom podcast. We love him.
I would love to meet him.
I would love to meet him too.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
You guys have anybody on the team like that's an unsung hero like Big Dom?
I got a couple. Well, Mike A, he's our head of security. He's cool, dude. He was like a motorcycle cop in Oakland for a long time, which was pretty sick.
That's sick. Yeah.
He's the head of security for Titan U. He comes down for Titan U every single year, which is sick.
Love that.
And then we have a guy in the kitchen. His name's Luis, and he just walks up. He goes, "Super Kittle, have a great day today." But he says that to everybody.
Oh,
it's like Super Birdie. I'm just like, dude, this is fantastic.
Oh, that's a vibes guy.
Oh, vibes.
Yes.
Heart,
Is he here?
He's like, yeah, he's here.
Okay.
And he's like 5'5". It's incredible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super Luis. That's what I say to him. It's fantastic.
Did you see David Carr say that you're better looking than Travis Kelce?
It was weird. I'm married.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, he was like, yeah, Taylor Swift. If she saw Greg, she'd be like, maybe I picked the wrong tight end. That's a weird thing to say. Like you're married.
Yeah.
Super weird thing to say, but thanks.
Yeah, I think it's a thanks.
I think
it's a thanks.
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Just like from, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
I think you're hotter than Travis Kelce.
Thank you, man.
I think I like your style of football better than I like Travis Kelce's style of football.
Hey, look, we both play the same position. We just play it differently and at an elite level.
Have you guys talked at all this week?
Yeah, I saw him last night for a little bit.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, because he was at TEU.
He was.
Is he coming back?
Yeah.
No matter what happens on Sunday?
I would hope so because like I lost and then I went to Titan U.
Oh, that's true.
So I would assume that he would do the same
Well,
thing.
you did like create tight end you with Greg, so you kind of would have to go. They literally play it in your backyard.
They do play in my backyard. But like so like you'd say the founding fathers, it'd be me, Travis, and Greg.
Okay, all right.
So like
he'll be there.
Oh yeah. I would assume he's gonna be there.
Okay, all right. Unless Taylor
He's a
makes it
crazy
goes away.
busy guy though. I can't imagine.
Can't imagine.
A lot of commercials.
We're not gonna talk about
a lot of commercials.
other things we want to talk about.
You can ask me anything. I just don't know.
No. I don't want to get you. The goal is to, when you agree to come on Super Bowl week, the goal is to get out of this interview clean, and we could
With
go
no
down,
like huge headlines.
Yeah, we go down a bad path.
I've got like 5 things that I
No, we're gonna
can't
hold it
say
all.
right now.
Just say them that I just won't respond.
Who do you think is going to be in Taylor's box on Sunday?
in the suite?
No, he said box.
The suite?
I said what I
He
said.
said box. He said
No,
box.
I'll pass.
This
Yeah,
might be
okay, good pass.
This
good
might
pass.
be a regional dialect
Pass.
thing. Like some people say box, some people say sweet, some people say sweet box.
I have a hype video. I really.
Who's going to be in Taylor's sweet box?
I'm gonna pass
I
on that
have a
one.
really awesome hype video I want to show you, but I don't want to show it to you on air because I don't want them to then turn it against us.
Okay, cool. We'll cut.
Yeah. Well, I'll show it to you after.
It's a good video.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
can't wait.
It really
It's a
make you
very
think
good
about a
video.
lot of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's do the last question. Rhoback question. RHOBACK.com. Promo code TAKE. 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Rhoback.com.
Do you have that
promo
written
code
somewhere?
TAKE. I got it in my head. Do it so many times. Everything. Rhoback.com. RHOBACK.com. Okay. Last question.
Last.
Your coach, who we're big fans of, Kyle Shanahan.
Yes, sir.
Probably 2 or 3 times a year, he wears the Legends hoodie with "Pardon My Take" on it.
Yeah.
Does he know what we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
every time I see it, I'm like, I think he's wearing it because it's a comfortable hoodie. Not
That is the main
because-
the main
all
reason.
right.
No, so
but he's also aware of who we are.
Kyle's a
We've
creature.
had him on.
Kyle's a creature of habit. Where like whatever he walks into his office, and then whatever is the closest thing to him, or like whatever we've won in, Oh, I'm gonna wear that again.
Okay.
He's like a normal football guy. He's superstitious about weird things, but like, yeah. If,
So we
like,
need to get him more of them.
if you get him more stuff,
only
he'll
wear
wear
it.
it. He would only wear it.
I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty good track record because he wore it in the playoffs last year. I remember that.
Yep.
That was not the Eagles week. I think that
No,
was
it wasn't.
Cowboys week.
It was.
And you guys won that game. It might not be the worst thing if you put it on for the post game press conference
Wear it, yeah.
after
should
a win
wear it.
in the Super Bowl.
Just throw it out there.
If he brought it, I'll ask him.
Does he like bring you in for the meetings and he's like, okay, here's the game plan this week. Christian's getting 3 touchdowns. Like, what's he?
Yes.
Is it like a disappointment if Christian McCaffrey scores 1 touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, I think the surest bet in all of sports is a Christian McCaffrey.
He just
touchdown.
scores every time, no matter what.
Well, it's like I think like running backs, you should score touchdowns, especially when you get down to the red zone. Like especially in our offense, you can see that in the 7 years that I've been here is we get to the red zone, we're gonna run the ball and try to run the ball, and then you throw Christian into it, and it's like, okay, well, we're gonna design a play for Debo to score, Ayuk will be the second read, George, you're gonna be here, and then fourth read, 1-on-1 versus their milk check is gonna be Christian McCaffrey, and that's an easy just lob it in there. So it's like it's kind of like we're all just running distraction routes for Christian, which I'm totally fine with because hey, if you do win, hey, I'll hit you. But if you don't win, Christian's the easiest check down in the world because he's going to break 1 tackle.
Maybe Kyle Juszczyk scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
By the
what do
way,
you
does Kyle Juszczyk hate us
Why?
for Quigs?
Yeah, who's Quiggs?
Yeah, so for people who don't know,
Who's Quiggs?
Quiggs is a great editor.
What are we doing?
Quiggs is a very, very important part of Barstool.
Okay.
Quiggs likes to troll online. Quiggs tweeted, "I'm commenting on all of her name's Kristen Juszczyk's Instagram posts with her jackets just saying tacky." Kristen found that tweet and replied and was like, "That's not very nice." Almost instantly, I assumed the chain of command went Kristen to Kyle.
I saw it on Twitter.
Kyle
no,
to you. Oh, you saw it.
I saw the response.
George texted me a screenshot. He said, "Who the fuck is this guy? I'm gonna beat his ass." And I was like, I never thought I'd be in a spot where I have to defend Quiggs.
I know.
And but yeah, Quiggs is not. He's a very good guy. He just likes to have fun online. But it was a very fun. I sent it to Quiggs, and he was like, "Oh fuck." So is Kyle mad at us? Was he aware of it?
I haven't talked to him about it,
all right.
but I did. I
Clear
sent,
it up. We love him.
I sent your response back to Kristen,
Okay,
and
all
she
right.
said, "Thanks for having my back. We got this." And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, because I sent your response to Quiggs, and
Yeah.
he said, "Oh fuck, I'm fucked."
Yeah.
and I was like, "No, I got your back, bro."
Quiggs, when I see you, I can't wait."
Honestly, I would be a little bit afraid of Quiggs. Not for what he can do to you physically, but what he can do
Online?
to you
Online.
online.
He's
Yeah.
great at it.
I'm gonna
He's a-
somehow
he's a-
find a way to get the Swifties to hate him,
Oh,
Okay.
and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very true.
Could they topple a government?
Yeah, easily.
we've survived.
Easily. I mean, they're about to.
Did you?
At the
We got
election?
it. I got it bad.
You did get it.
I got it so bad. I got
just-
it from all fronts, dude.
I know. I'm honestly just impressed. It's incredible.
It was a tough week. The
wa-
worst part actually was that my wife's a Swiftie, and I kept on trying to explain to her that it was a funny joke all week, and she's like, "You keep saying it, and it's not funny."
It's not
She's
funny.
like, "You keep telling me like I don't understand it." She's like, "But it's not funny."
It's not
I was
funny.
like, I have nowhere to go with this.
Gotta stop. Did you apologize? You just stopped.
No, I never apologized.
Good.
We
Never
just
apologized.
went harder.
Yeah,
We went
way harder.
We went way harder, and then to the point where it's like, okay, these guys they took it so hard that now it's cool again.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have the karma because my kids love listening to Taylor Swift, so I have to listen to it every day in the car. So it's karma on me.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Love
probably
Story.
Paper Rings.
Isn't Love Story fantastic?
Love Story's great. All
Such
Too
a-
Well.
Ba with the
Extended
ba.
version. Yeah, she's good. She's good. I have to admit, she's a great artist.
All right, so we were talking about this, and like this, nothing to do with the game, but like, when did Taylor Swift, like her popularity, go to like the
When
most
she
famous?
started dating a podcaster, I think that's clearly a full sign. Like, if
Was
you
it?
want to get super famous, date a podcaster.
I thought it was after the Red album, 2012.
Yeah, no, she's
Red was
been
pretty
she's
good,
been the
yeah.
most famous person in the
I would
world
say
for a very long time.
Kanye made her famous, kind of.
Yeah. Oh shit! Don't. No, I didn't mean to say yeah. I did not mean to say yeah.
We're gonna clip that.
I'm not a part of that.
Yeah, I did not mean
I
to
am
say
not
yeah.
a
Shout
part
out
of that
Kanye West.
at all. I'm not a part of that at all.
Great
No,
artist,
she's-
even
she's
better
a-
human being.
We actually are Taylor Swift fans.
You're unreal.
We're Taylor Swift fans. We're Swifties. We're
100%.
eye to eye. Like, she is an incredible artist.
Have you ever been to a concert?
No, I
Phenomenal.
want to. I know.
I've been to 2.
Really?
Yeah. They're at Levi's. She goes to Levi's Stadium like whenever she's on tour. It's
All right,
fantastic.
We'll have to go.
Let me ask you this about Kyle though. You guys
Shanahan
have any-
or Juice?
Juice.
Cool.
Love Juice. Love fullbacks. Are you guys working anything interesting like red zone looks for Juice?
He scored in the last one.
You did.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
He scored in the last
He
Super
did.
Bowl.
We had Boomer on the podcast.
You want to know another fun statistic is any game that me and Kyle have both scored in, we've won.
Whoa. You want to know another fun statistic? Jersey Jerry has put Kyle Juszczyk touchdown in every parlay he's ever done and never won. he's always like, I got 7 out of my 8. I just need Juszczyk.
Did Boomer say first touchdown?
No, first
Anytime
touchdown was
Juice.
First touchdown was
Ayuk? I think it was Juice.
no, it was someone else. Fuck.
I think I put the.
I think
bet
it was
on.
MVS. It was MVS.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
gonna
MVS.
bet on Juice again.
Yeah.
We
We like Juice. We're fans of all the 49ers. So
I did
We
ask
like you guys too.
yeah,
Anyone else you want to talk to? I can go grab him.
Trent.
Williams?
Yeah.
yeah. Brock Purdy.
I
Might
dare
be-
you.
He might be unavailable right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll walk out with you, and maybe you can just say hi to some guys.
Does he respect your blocking game?
Yeah.
Because I would imagine getting a compliment from Trent Williams.
It's pretty cool.
In the blocking game is like as good as it gets.
yeah.
I lined up next to a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he's still playing at a first ballot Hall of Fame level too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like one of the coolest things ever.
Is that contagious? Is the physicality contagious? Like you see him lay somebody out and you're like, fuck, I want to do that.
I had that before I played with him, but like when you line up next to him, it's just like I have zero doubt in my head that we're gonna block the heck out of the guy that we're going against.
Yeah.
Like when we have a play like, hey, you're gonna double team that guy up to the linebacker. I'm just like,
Yeah.
good luck, man.
Yeah.
And you can get away with anything if Trent's on your side.
Time to learn
'Cause
grass,
that dude,
buddy.
that dude will show up.
Oh, it's crazy too. Like he's like, hey, don't touch him, just go. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I'll let you do you, man. No one else can do that. It's pretty sick.
There was one pregame thing where Trent came in. There was like a scuffle going on, and then he shows up, and then immediately both sides just clear out.
That was the Browns game.
The Browns game, yeah. Like it looked like it was going to come to blows, and then everyone was like, "Oh fuck, Trent Williams is here."
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
All right.
SpongeBob.
Well, George,
That's a SpongeBob meme.
yes. Thank you
I know
so
ball.
much. Yeah, we know it. Best of luck
Respect.
in the Super Bowl. We're rooting for you. Know we always pull for you. You can't tell the history of Pardon My Take without George Kittle. That's a fact.
It's crazy.
That's a fact. From
know.
the tight end who we were like, fuck, we'll take a picture with him.
Is there gonna be a Greg of the year anytime?
There
We could do
be.
one, yeah.
I'm so confused that honestly, like I don't know what your name
And
is.
he corrects people saying I'm Greg.
Yeah,
I do.
He did that to someone the other day on Twitter.
Ari.
Yeah.
Well, he said Jorg Kittle, everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Jorg, I'm Greg.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, fuck. I screwed up in my head all the time. But yeah, good luck in the Super Bowl. We're rooting for you. And we love you.
Oh, dude, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love that. Love it.
Good luck. George Kittle is brought to you by our great friends over at Coorslight. All aboard the Chill Train. The Chill Train is back. That's right. The beer train that we all love is making its triumphant return, spreading joy and, more importantly, beer to America. Hanging with friends and family to watch the big game is the best, but as the game heats up, it can get intense. That's why Coors Light has that signature ice-cold refreshment to keep you feeling chill. For the big game, stock up on Coors Light, and you can choose chill. You might even remember that iconic beer train. It's known for spreading good vibes and Coors Lights to those who need it. After 12 years on hiatus, Coors Light's beer train is coming out of retirement for the big game. Talk about cracking open ice cold Coors Light and just listen for the sweet sounds of Love Train. When it's time for a refresh, just open up a Coors Light. Coors Light is the absolute best. The mountains are blue. I had a couple blue mountains the other night playing some roulette. Brought me good luck. The Chill Train brought me some good luck on the casino floor. It'll bring good luck to you. There's only one beer out there for the chillest big game, and that's Coors Light. Stock up, or you can get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And now, here's Maxx Crosby.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is one of the best defensive players in the NFL, Maxx Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders. We're in your city right now. Max here with Invisalign. So you've been doing stuff. Where were you before this? You're doing Radio Row?
No, I just came from Lowe's with the guys. You know, we
Okay.
did a little love for Lowe's. You know, we're there for an hour, did some signings, kissed some babies. and
Nice,
it's a
nice.
good time.
Yeah, and so
Can't complain.
Invisalign did you get Invisalign? You
Yeah,
did
I
it?
got the Invisalign in right now.
Oh, love it.
Just started a few days ago, so yeah, I didn't grow up, getting braces or anything. So
Fix them.
it's about time.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you're wearing them.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They They don't play around.
It is. Invisalign does suck for everyone who like had to suffer through braces because now everyone's caught up and like Invisalign's so much easier.
Yeah, way
You
easier.
didn't have to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, smooth. You
Yeah.
just eat. You take them out when you eat, and you're good.
Yeah, I had braces for I think 5 years when I was a kid.
Mm.
It sucks that Invisalign wasn't around. It really does. It would have changed my entire childhood.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say 5 years is a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they didn't do anything for the last 3 years. I kept going in. They were like, okay, let's just change the bands on here. All right, see ya. Need a check from your parents, by the way, on the way out.
No, Invisalign.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough.
What injuries are you working with right now? Because you got the sleeve on your left leg and then you have a cast on your right leg. What's going on?
I got my bursa removed out of my knee.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, so I was dealing with that for a majority of the season. So thank God I got that out. It was a pain in the ass, but I got that done. It'll be like 2 to 3 months, and then the hand, I tore my UCL tendon in my thumb, so I had to get that.
When did you do that?
I did that versus the Jets like week 10, I think.
So you just were like, "Fuck it, I'm playing the rest of the season."
Yeah, I mean it happens. Like you have little bangs up and little bruises and shit like that. So they made it work.
I appreciate you saying like it happens because if I had either of those injuries, I'd probably just be in a ball crying, being like, "I'm not podcasting today."
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
I mean,
it happens. Yeah, you
Yeah,
go and play.
it just happens. It's normal.
Yeah.
Just played through a UCL for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Did that affect anything?
Not necessarily. I mean, they got like guards that they put on your thumbs and tape it, so it kind of just keeps it locked in. So I started doing it with both of them. So it didn't bother me that much. It's annoying, but most of it was.
I got a stupid question to start off. Start real well with this interview. So your name, Maxx with 2 X's.
Yeah.
I looked it up. That is your God-given name.
Yes,
That's the most badass thing ever.
I appreciate that.
Well,
yeah.
Like, did your parents know? They're like, we're gonna create a badass and we're gonna name him Maxx with double X's.
Yeah.
I thought that was an addition. I thought like, you add the double X when it's like, oh, I'm a beast. Like I'm gonna be an awesome pro.
It's like a helmet sticker.
Yeah, right.
Every all pro, you add another X to your name.
It's like you either become like a Pro Bowl defensive lineman or a porn star with the extra X.
Yeah, no,
and you got the
100%.
extra X.
Yeah, I really had no other options in life, so I had to really step up to the plate.
But did you,
But,
when you were growing
yeah.
up, were you like, this is awesome? I have 2 X's.
No, I always loved it. I thought it was dope, but the story was just I was a huge baby. I was almost 12 pounds at birth, and my mom
What?
put an extra X on it, and that was it.
Wait, so
Yeah.
she literally did like XXL.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Same
awesome.
thing. Yeah.
12
my
pounds
they had to
huge.
break my collarbone. I was stuck. Like, I was all messed up from the.
So you
from the start.
were going to be just Maxx with 1 X.
I
and
believe
then,
so, yeah.
And then you came out and they're like, this baby needs another
We
X.
caught a big one.
Legitimately, we got a big one. So my mom added another X.
Could you do it like, what if they were all capitalized too? Like uppercase letters in your first name. What if you were that big?
Yeah.
That would rock too.
I would go with it.
Yeah,
That'd be unique.
That's
Yeah.
an awesome story, and you have a million awesome stories. We were saying before because Mac legend Brogan Rhoback is here.
Yeah, good attendance.
We're big Mac fans.
Yeah.
Eastern Michigan. You only got offered to Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, my only offer.
No one else was like, "Hey, you can come walk on" or anything.
No, it was pretty quick. Like I was a linebacker my whole life. I was a linebacker, fullback / running back, all childhood, all middle school, all high school. And my last year, going into my senior year, I grew like 4 inches. So I was like 6'5", and I was goofy. I was growing into my body. I was in pain. I wasn't twitchy at all, and I was just trying to figure it out. And we got new coaches that came in from Austin Westlake. Like they had like Drew Brees. Like it's a legendary school. So I was like, I'm trying to play tight end. So they come in, they're like, listen, you're going to play DN and tight end. You're not playing linebacker anymore. Just listen to us and we're going to get you an offer. So that's literally what it was. I had no film at DN until my last year. So Eastern had a camp like the summer before my last year in high school. And I went there, did both positions, and then they offered me. So I had no film or anything, and they just took a chance, and that was it. I committed like 2 weeks later.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
love Maction. Are there
best.
times when you're playing the NFL and you're like, this is cake because I've been at Kalamazoo in like the middle of like November on a Wednesday night in front of 100 people?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some classic ones. We were at Ball State in Muncie, Indiana, on like a Tuesday night, one of the greatest games in football history. It was like literally it was election night. It was like 48-45. We won in like double overtime or something. There was maybe 50 people in the crowd. It was a monsoon. It was freezing. And yeah, he was
72
going
times.
He was going crazy. Yeah, in the rain, everything. It was wild. So
It's
yeah, it's
that's
the best
grit.
football on earth.
Yeah, it
really
is.
No
It's
doubt.
like that when you think of Mac Mac action, you usually don't think of like 48 to 45 games. But a fucking shootout in that kind of weather. That's a special game because it's like, if there are only 200 people in the stands, you experience that more with your team than you do with like the environment of the stadium, which is cool.
Yeah. No, I guess. I mean, it was different. Honestly, it's crazy because I grew up playing high school football in Texas. So, like, our games were 15,000 jam-packed, full tailgates. Like, it was crazy. And then I go to Eastern, and at that time, my first year, we're 1-11. They were, like, talking about shutting the whole program down. Like, we had no fans in the crowd. So, like, I went to Eastern, and I had less fans when I first got there.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So, I was a little thrown off. So, we changed it. We ended up going to a bunch of bowl games and things, and now they're still going to bowl games.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of time. Like, when I first got there, it was like a ghost town. It was bad.
And it was the grit factor. You guys did the concrete entrance. When that happened, when your coach was like, "This is what we're gonna do,"
Yeah.
what was the locker room like? Were they like, "Are you sure we're gonna do this?"
It's funny because I committed, and that my senior year, I watched every Eastern game, and it was like the first game of the season, and that was when Creighton first got hired. So I turned on the TV in the morning, and it was not top 10, and it was them as number 1, and they were on the team at the time. I wasn't there yet, and it took literally like 2 minutes to get the wall down.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. So I have my boys are clowning me because of Eastern trying to knock the wall down, and I'm like, all right, we're off to a great start. It was
Brogan here talking. Is that mic on? Is that mic on? Brogan, tell us what your coach said after that too, when you were on not top 10.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much brought us in the next morning after the game because I think we got butchered, which is even worse. And then, so we're in there and we're watching, before we go watch film, he pretty much is like, I know we've seen the not top 10, and we're all looking around like it's the elephant in the room. And we're all like, Coach, like, we got to stop that. And he's like, no. You're not seeing it. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. That's why we're going to continue doing it, because no one can tell us what we're going to do. And just goes on this rant, and they're still knocking down that fucking wall.
I love it. He did the JFK speech. We choose to go to the moon not because it's easy, but because it's hard.
Yeah.
He did that about busting down a cinder block wall to get. Were you a
100%.
little bit tired after breaking down that wall?
I did it, I think, once or twice. Like, it was, there was like 3 main people, like offense, defense, and special teams, like the players of the week. You would get the hammer, and you would have to be the one to knock it down. And I believe that might be wrong, but didn't they get like lighter cinder blocks after that incident? Yeah,
They nerfed the wall.
they ended up getting lighter cinder blocks so you could actually knock the thing down. So yeah, you hit it like 2 times and then just kick the thing through, and then you're good. So yeah, it was a learned skill, but we figured it out.
And you're playing on a gray field.
Great field, the
which
factory.
is awesome.
It was legendary.
Yeah.
We loved it.
You said you weren't twitchy at the time. Was there a moment where you're like, now I'm twitchy? What was your first twitch?
So my first twitch, I would say, is when I lost a bunch of weight before I went to college. Like, when I was growing, I grew, like I said, 4 inches. Like, my body ached. I was like just eating more, and I was just kind of gumpy and big, and my body was hurting. So once before I went to Eastern, I lost a bunch of weight because I didn't want to feel like that. I felt horrible. I felt slow and everything like that. So I lost a bunch of weight. I got skinny as hell, but I felt athletic, and I was jumping and moving better. So then once I got to Eastern, I was able to like put on some better weight, and then it, it just kind of, it was a process.
And it's an awesome story because you, like I said, only offers Eastern.
Yeah.
Then you get drafted by the Raiders in the 4th round, and you're like the third string right away.
Yeah.
So are you thinking like, I'm not going to make this team? Or you're like, you have the confidence, like I'm gonna be one of the best defensive players in the NFL.
No doubt. I've always had a ton of confidence. That's never been an issue for me. It was just about all the other little things. And so for me, it was like I came in as I was 3rd string when I got into camp, but for me, I just wanted a chance. I was like, I know if I can get in, drafted on any team, like I'm gonna have a chance. Like, just get me in the locker room. It doesn't matter. Put me on the field. I'm gonna be good. So, and once I just started cleaning up everything off the field and cleaning up eating habits and just putting it all together, that's why I'm here today, because I do it every single day. No details left behind. So, yeah, I never had never had any lack of confidence when it comes to playing football. But once I put it all together, then that's why. So I'm here.
One of your biggest fans is one of our favorite people in the world, Brian Baldinger.
Yes.
Baldy. He called you the Condor.
Yep.
He came up with that name for you, right?
100%. Yeah.
When you heard it, were you like, that's a fucking sick nickname?
Oh, I loved it. It was honestly crazy. Like, my first 3 games in the NFL, they were probably the hardest football games ever. Like I'm used to playing every single snap. Like in college, I would play, never come off the field. I'm a rhythm guy. Like I need to get into a rhythm and get my, whatever. So I come in, they're like, yeah, you're going to be a rotational guy. You're going to play some first and second down, and you're not even on third downs. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm playing like 15, 20 snaps. And those first 3 games in the NFL, I was so bad. Like mentally, I was at my lowest, like when it comes to confidence. I had Coach Buckner, who was just hard as hell. I mean, he was just not – he did – like I thought I was the worst player in the world. He would come to the meetings and just crush me. And Clee, the other rookie, Clee Farrell from Clemson, he's just getting crushed. And I'm like – I don't know if I could play in the league. Like, and I've never felt like lack of confidence on a football field before. So we go into Indy that week. It was the 4th game of the year, my rookie season, and Benson Mayoa was the starting edge. He goes down right before the game, and Buck comes in there like literally 30 minutes before kickoff. Like, Max, you're up on third downs. You're going. And that was it. So I went into the game, played like 50 snaps, had my breakout game, I've started ever since.
That's incredible.
And that's when Baldy made the video. He made the Condor video versus the Colts, and that was how it all started.
I love how fired up he gets about football.
Yeah.
Just listening
he
to
loves
talk
it.
about football, it's the best.
Oh, he's the best.
Now
bro.
you never come off the field. Like
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
there was some stat that was insane. That was like you played like 98% of the snaps.
Yeah.
Like how are you able to do that versus everyone else? Like you see guys, even the best guys have to come off every now and then. You just have a motor that just never stops.
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to just mentality and preparation. Like I train all year round. Like I'm injured right now. These guys are staying at my house. We have stuff to do all day, and it doesn't matter. Like from 7 to 11 this morning, I got my strength coach coming over. Got my, my rehab guy. I'm rehabbing, doing everything every single day. Like I don't take time off. I meal prep 365. It doesn't stop. So for me, like being able to play that many snaps but do it at a high level, I want to be able to change the game and make other guys like kind of look in the mirror and be like, damn, why can't I play that many snaps? Not like I'm 240 pounds, like I'm 260 pounds and playing just as much as DBs are playing, which is, not common at all.
Yeah, that kind of makes you a tryhard.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, just a little
I'm
bit.
okay
Like you're
with
making
that.
everyone else have to play more.
Yeah, I want to be that guy.
Like
and
just
I'm
chill
okay
out,
with
Max.
that. Yeah.
Because there's other teams that are like, why can't you be like Max? Why are you coming off the field?
100%. That's my main goal. Is piss everyone off.
I love that that's your goal, though, is to like set such a high standard for work ethic.
Yeah.
And everybody out there is like, oh, shit, I need to be playing more football.
Yeah, I had no idea I could do this.
I did hear one interview with you where you said, like, sometimes people call you a tryhard.
Yeah.
Is that, do you take that as an insult? Or like, it
No,
seems
I
like
just-
I would like
not at all.
I would like players on my favorite football team to try hard.
Very
100%.
hard.
I don't like when you're a kid. Like usually that's like a diss. Like you're a try hard. You don't want to be that kid. But I mean, we're all in the NFL, and I mean, I feel like I take it as a compliment.
So
to be
guilty as
honest.
charged. Max
Yeah.
Crosby's a tryhard.
Yeah,
We're
no
gonna do a
doubt.
graphic tryhard.
Yeah, I'll get a shirt with it and everything. I'm perfectly okay with that.
So the other part of your story, which is crazy, because you talked about the beginning of your career,
Yeah.
and you are, is it 4 years sober now or close to it?
About to be 4 years.
About to
in
be
March.
4 years
Yeah.
sober, which is an awesome story, very inspirational to everyone. But you spent the first 2 years, 3 years of your career not sober, and you still were incredible. Do you you must feel like a superhuman now, having that many years sober and being able to do these things and being like, how was my former self able to do that?
Honestly, I don't know. It's crazy to think about, but honestly, it's nuts. Like I remember in Miami when I was with y'all my rookie year, and I did that. Like I was hungover and I felt like shit, and I think I drank a beer with y'all on the show.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how I was able to operate like that back then. But yeah, it's funny. My sponsor, right when I got sober, he's like, listen, this is your superpower. He's like, nobody's doing what you're doing. You have to realize that. So I kind of take that into effect with not only, being sober, but my football shit, my training. I'm not wasting any energy at the club or trying to recover from the night before. Like I'm always on it. If I'm traveling to LA or traveling to do something for work or business, whatever, I call my nutritionist. He calls the hotels. I have meals waiting for me. It's all the time. So I'm putting my energy into good shit, and it's got me exactly where I
Well,
am.
congrats
Yeah,
on 4 years
congrats.
sober. It's
I
incredible.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I would
Yes, sir.
imagine the sleep factor is huge too. Like
Oh,
when
massive.
you rest, your body's actually recovering.
100%. It doesn't
Yeah.
stop. Like I got the whole recovery thing in my house now. I cold tub 7 days a week all year round.
I'm too much of a pussy to
Sauna.
cold tub.
I'm gonna start cold
What?
tubbing.
Yeah.
You have to.
I
It's a
know.
game
Get
changer.
into it.
Every morning, bro, it'll change your
Nah,
life.
see-
How long do you go
telling
for?
you.
Yeah.
I do 2 sets of 10 minutes every single
Try hard,
day.
try hard,
Try hard.
I'm gonna.
Absolute
I
try hard.
know.
100%. Even the guys in
Dude,
the
you
facility
do
are
that.
like, bro, why do you do
Why
you
are
only
you
do-"
doing
I'm
that?
like, I'm doing it because you're not.
Yeah.
You do a cold tub to recover from your cold tub?
100%. I do it before practice,
I'll tell you
after
what,
practice.
I feel like you are a tryhard. I feel like we got you at Barstool for like a week. We would probably bully it out of you, and you'd just be like, "Yeah, I'll take another pizza. Let's watch the game."
No,
yeah,
y'all
I think
slowly
we could.
start changing. You'd be like, all right, I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get in the
You
building
think you
a
would
little bit
change
early.
us before we could change you?
100%. I would bother you
Okay,
every day
we're
until
We're
you
very
fought.
sedentary.
Day
No,
one,
it
day
would-
one, you walk in. Me and Big Cat sitting on the couch. We got TV on.
Yeah.
We got Raising Cane's chicken tenders. We got 4 Diet Cokes in front of us.
Yeah.
And my shirt is like up over my stomach because I've gotten fat. It's just like supporting my T-shirt.
Yeah.
What do you say to us to get us to like straighten our shit out?
Well, it's crazy because the thing is, you guys would come in. I would already be in the building. The lights would just be turned on. There'd
First
be
one
a
in.
nice spread of different type of proteins, greens, everything, and we'd be dialed in.
I think
Have-
there would be a revolution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would slowly.
We should
All
try
it
to
takes
do
is
this.
one.
We should
It starts
definitely-
with you, and then all of a sudden he starts feeling like shit because he's left out, and then okay, I'm gonna start eating. Then you got abs now, and then you get a couple more girls here and there, and now you just be a part of the crew. You know?
Now we're fucking.
Now everyone's
Now
yeah,
we're
everyone.
fucking,
Now we're
boys.
fucking.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Everything's on point.
I mean, it would be a very funny test because I feel like it would be the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Be like, Max, come on. We're going to bet
100%.
some college basketball games and sit on the couch. Why don't you want to do that with the boys?
No, I would definitely. I would join. You know, we do our thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm not having fun,
Yeah.
but I just like staying dialed in. It makes
Yeah.
me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
and,
no doubt.
and you've done, obviously, like we're kidding around, but like what you've accomplished after getting sober is pretty impressive. And like on a real note though, I was wondering about this earlier. Like you go, you check yourself into rehab, which is hard to do, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a big like mental block that a lot of people have, whether they're embarrassed, they're ashamed, whatever the case may be, they don't
Yeah.
want to seek treatment. And then you get out of there and you come back to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And as an outsider that hasn't spent that much time in Las Vegas, it seems like a very hard city to maintain that lifestyle in. Was there
Yeah.
like a shock to you when you got back? How did you adjust for that?
Honestly, you know, I ended up staying in LA. I did my 30 days in rehab. I was in LA the whole time, and then I was like, I want to go back home. Like, I want to go back to my girls, my dogs are there, whatever. And they're like, no, you're going to it's basically like a halfway house and you get out of prison. It's called a sober living. So it's a bunch of guys, like eight to 10 of us in a crib, and they all just got out of rehab too. So you're living together, doing stuff, but you're doing meetings during the day and all different type of stuff. And I ended up staying there for another 3 months. So that's honestly the best thing I did. Like,
Yeah.
because I wanted to go home really badly, but I didn't. I just sucked it up. I stayed there for another 3 months, and then I ended up going into training camp like straight out of sober living. So honestly, if I didn't do that, I don't know if I would have stayed sober.
Yeah.
But it helped me prepare. Like going back to Vegas, I was ready. The first step is literally just admitting you have a problem. So that's really what it was. I'm like, it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I was in Ypsilanti, Michigan, they know how I was. I was raising hell.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where I'm at. It could be Vegas or whatever. Like, obviously there's more
Yeah.
temptation here, but like I live in, Henderson. It's quiet. I do my thing. If I want to, come to the strip, it's 20-minute drive, but like I'm not going to the clubs or whatever. I'm
Right.
smoking my cigars. That's about it. So
That's
yeah.
a great message too, because I feel like a lot of people who struggle with it and like that feeling of, okay, I did rehab, I'm cured.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
Jerry, who we talk to all the time, like he stresses it all the time. Like every day is a challenge.
Yeah,
And like if
100%.
you think of it that way, you're not ever thinking like, oh, I'm good. I'm fine. Like I can, I can be around stuff. Like I'm good. Like having that extra buffer that probably saved your life.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you need a ton of checks and balances from sponsors, support, your friend group. Like when I first got sober, they're like, the one thing you got to change is everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Like
they're
I'm in the NFL. How is that
everything.
possible? Yeah.
Literally everything. Like your friend group, who you hang with, all the people, you did wrong in the back, you got to go dig up those, those graves and go apologize and like do all these things that you're not typically used to doing and are uncomfortable. But, at the end of the day, when you clean your side of the street, it's just like, okay, I did my part. I know I was wrong, whatever. And you just keep moving forward. And that's how you do it. You got to do it literally every single day.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You're mentioning cigars. You're a big cigar guy.
Yeah.
So am I. I like Black and Milds. I like the.
I love that.
I like the.
I'm
the
the
wood
Black and
tips.
Miles too. That's
The-
what we used to do in
the
college.
wine
That's
flavored
it.
wood tips that's my preferred cigar.
You like woods? Okay. I
Yeah.
like plastic. I
You like the plastic ones?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll smoke whatever Black and Mild you put in front of me, but
Yeah.
I've tried to get into cigars,
Yeah.
and I can't do it. The smell gets into everything.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily enjoy it. How many cigars would you say that you go through in like a month?
In a month. Honestly, like during the season, I just like smoke a cigar after the game.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
did
it.
that after the Chiefs game, and I was like,
Yeah.
that might have been a little too much.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, you guys weren't in the playoffs. You smoked a cigar.
We smoke a cigar. If you
After
win,
every game?
You smoke a cigar.
All right, okay, then that's fine.
That's the new,
fair.
That's our
Wait, you
new
smoke it
shit.
after a loss?
No. Oh, I mean, if it's like me personally, like I go home and I put my film on.
But
I'll
in
go
the
outside
locker
and
room,
smoke.
yeah.
Yeah, like locker room, that's like our new shit with AP. It's like we're going to smoke our shit.
Okay, I
talk
like
our
that.
shit.
I would
We
die
win.
for Antonio Pierce.
Yeah,
That guy
he's the man.
motivate anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
so
many-
in a
yeah.
month, I mean, probably, this depends, maybe 6 to 8. On the
Yeah.
low end, maybe 12 if I'm,
What's a good starter cigar?
I would say starter like a Monte Cristo or like a Padron.
Okay.
Padron, like 50th anniversary is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, I might get into that.
So
Cubans, you
let's
can't go
talk about
wrong.
Antonio Pierce real quick. Seems like like an all-time motivation guy, gets
Yeah.
everyone rallied up. Now, let me phrase it the right way. We've all had bosses we don't like.
Here we go.
Then switching
I
to a
didn't know
boss
where
you
this was
do
going.
like.
This is just a hypothetical example.
I already knew right away.
So if you hypothetically went from a boss that like everyone's like, I hate this guy, is the worst, to hypothetically like Antonio Pierce, what would the vibes be like in the locker room?
I mean, the vibes were immaculate. You know, everyone was happy. You know, it's you know, I don't want to be politically correct, but it's just like, you know, AP. Everyone already loved AP, so
Right.
you know, everyone heard about us having like the State of the Union type meeting before Josh got fired, and like everybody shared their piece, and Josh was in there, Dave Ziegler, like everyone was in there, and AP was one of the coaches to stand up there and share his feelings, and there was nobody held shit back. Everything was on the table, and it was uncomfortable for a lot of people. So I think once AP did that in front of the team, and then he was announced a week later, that was like the first time everybody kind of heard him in front of the team talk. So it wasn't like some big surprise or anything like that. Like the defensive side, we know how AP is. He's dope as hell. He's a
Right.
great leader, cool as shit, knew everybody. But like once everybody kind of got to hear him, then it was just like easy transition, and we were rolling.
Yeah,
So,
you could tell right away, like just how you guys were. I think that first game was maybe the Giants, where
Yep.
you guys were just like it was almost instant from the kickoff. Like
Immediately.
guys flying around, yeah,
Yeah.
physical football. It seems like were you pumped that he got the head coaching job? I feel like the Rich Bisaccia, like we love Rich Bisaccia too. Like that, it was like, are the Raiders going to make a mistake and not get a guy that they love? Like, was it ever in doubt that you're like, oh man, I hope we keep AP, but it could go a different way?
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, I've been with the Raiders going on my 6th year now, so I've seen it all. So you really don't know what to expect. But I had a good idea that AP was coming back.
Yeah.
But until it happens, you're still kind of a little bit
Holding your
nervous.
breath, yeah.
And I was public about it. I was very out in the open. We need to hire AP, whatever. And I was just literally speaking for the guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So, some people were irritated because they're like, he's messing up the coaching process. And, there's a lot of great coaches this year. I'm like, well, there's only one Raider coach.
Yeah.
We're different than everybody. So AP is our guy. That's how I feel. That's how everyone feels. That's how the equipment people feel. That's how everyone feels. So don't overthink it.
Yeah.
We got our guy in the building. Let's keep building, and we'll see what happens. So.
Yeah.
When you said that publicly, to me, it sounded like Max might not play if they don't hire AP. Did that thought occur to you?
How much is he your guy? Would you have
Yeah.
quit?
Because like you were so obviously like passionate about it. I was like,
Yeah.
I think Max only wants to play football for AP next year.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's how I felt. Like I've never wanted to leave the Raiders. I want to be here for my whole career. But honestly, what I was saying, like some people took it the wrong way, as in like it's either AP or I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's not what my message was. Like my message was I want everybody to be on the same page when it comes to winning. I want everyone to have the same mindset. I'm gonna get better every single year. I'm gonna come in the building early. I'm gonna work the way I work, because every single year I'm continuously getting better because of the work I do. It's simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
It's every day I'm trying to set the standard for everybody in that building. So if the higher ups or whoever it is are not aligned with winning, then I don't want to be a part of that. Why would I? You know what I mean? I want to win. I want
Right.
them to think the same way. I want them to keep, all right, what's the next level? What's the next? Not get content and just be like, all right, we're just going to keep doing what we always done, but it hasn't worked. So let's all fucking think outside the box. Let's be fucking grown men about it, and let's keep winning and keep growing in the right direction. So that's what, my message was. And some people took it as, nobody's above the shield and whatever. I'm like, bro, I got the shield tatted on me.
Yeah.
I fucking go out there and
You
play.
have a lot of tattoos.
A lot of tattoos. It does blend in a little bit, but at the end of the day, like I'll put my life on the line to go play. Like I've proven that over and over. I've played injured. I've had 5 surgeries, and I've never missed a single game.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm a Raider to the core. I want everyone to think like that. It's not like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. Never. I love the fans. I love Raider Nation, but like, I want everyone to think about, all right, how are we gonna win?
Yeah.
Like I'm going into year 6 already. It flies. I want to be. I want to be able to win. So.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Big Cat.
Yeah.
How funny do you think it was during that team meeting when Antonio Pierce said, like, remember that Giants team that beat the Patriots, and then Josh McDaniels got pissed off because like, you can't make fun of the Patriots. The Patriots.
Yeah.
Even though he's the coach of the Raiders. How funny do you think that was?
I think it's very funny.
Yeah, I think it's very funny.
Very funny.
I don't know who leaked that shit. But
Yeah. But it was funny.
He talked, he talked about a bunch of different things, but that was one of the reports. I'm like, all right, someone definitely is trying to get some clicks.
Yeah.
Someone made that up?
It was a
I
hot
clicked.
topic.
Yeah, I clicked.
They were like, Josh, yeah, definitely.
I'm clicking on it right now
It
in my head.
sounded convincing. Yeah, it definitely sounded convincing. But I mean, that night, he didn't storm out of the meeting, and that was totally. I don't know who fabricated that.
Yeah. All right. So, most important question I have for you: have you ever gone to PF Chang's with Mark Davis?
I have never. No.
What the fuck?
No, I know.
How does he not?
You got to get that in your
He's
contract.
gonna take you to
I
PF
know.
Chang's.
Fuck.
We're big Mark Davis fans.
Oh, I love Mark.
Mark Davis has got all the swag. We want him on the show so bad. We want to go to PF Chang's with him.
Yes.
He's the best.
He's the best. He'll go by himself.
Yeah.
He'll sit at a slot machine at a casino and just hanging out.
I love it.
He's just one of
He's
the
a guy's
one of the
guy.
guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. All right. So the Super Bowl coming up. Patrick Mahomes, you obviously play him twice a year.
Best friend.
Yeah. One thing I love that you do is like I feel like rivalries mean something to you.
Yeah.
And like you don't like these guys. I love that. Like there was a pregame, I think, you guys got into it a little bit before the Christmas game. Like I just love that. That's what sports are about. But Patrick Mahomes, in terms of sacking him, like how do you defend him? What the hell is the answer? Because it's just he's so goddamn good.
Yeah. No, he's the best. So every time you play him, you have to be coordinated. You have to do your absolute best. I don't know if you do your absolute best. You have to do everything in your power and fucking energy, every fiber in your body to keep him in the pocket. If he keeps plays alive, that's where he's magical. He does all the crazy shit, throws it left-handed, and he just finds people. But if you keep him in the pocket, that's your best bet. And I'm not saying it's, 100% is going to stop him, but that's your best chance. And you watched us play him on Christmas. Like, we kept him in the pocket. We rushed the fuck out of him. We were hunting him all game. Like, that's what your mind has to be like. All right, I know what I'm getting into. Track shoes on. I'm fucking running all day long.
Right.
Like you look at the GPS. Like they have the GPS monitors on us. It should be the highest it is all year because he's just gonna keep running and running and running. So that's kind of what it is. Like you got to be relentless, and your whole front's got to think like that. So every time I play him, I know what it is. I'm gonna be chasing all day long, and that's just you got to be geared up for that.
What about when he gets to the sideline? Because he's really good at getting those extra yards where guys like they don't let up, but they also
you can't stop. I mean, there was a play this year where he was literally backpedaling. He's near the sideline. And I ran from like the opposite side, and I just fucking smoked him in the chin. And I'm like, no matter what, he is going down all game. You have to hit him all game and make him uncomfortable. But the thing about him, he's not a bitch. He's gonna keep coming back. He's gonna keep playing. And for us, it's like, no, we're gonna just make him uncomfortable all game. So
yeah.
That's the best bet.
Wait, if he's not a bitch, what quarterback is a bitch?
I won't name any. There's more than one.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
Okay.
Mad bitches in
Well,
the NFL.
I'm sure there's some quarterbacks you hit them and they're like, no mas.
They're
I don't
crying.
want anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that cry. I mean, it is.
What quarterback makes the funniest sound when you hit him?
Funniest sound? Probably Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Probably Russell Wilson. He just like rolls over, and I'm like, almost feel bad sometimes. But yeah, I'll probably say Russ.
It's got to be such a good
All
feeling.
due respect.
Yeah.
All due
It's
respect.
got to be such a good feeling to get a sack. Have you had to like change how you hit a quarterback? Like, do you think about that shit? Like, oh, if I'm sacking him, I better try to take my weight off him in midair because he'll throw a flag.
Yeah, honestly, no. Like, it's almost like a skill now. Like, you get a hold of them and you're trying to ragdoll them, or you just know, like back in the day, I was literally trying to break collarbones. Like every time you get him, I'm driving him through the soil. Like that's the only way I'm doing it. But now it's just like, you can't land full body weight. You know a flag's coming. So it's like getting a face mask. You grab someone with a face mask, you know the flag's coming. It's the same thing. So now you just got to be a little bit more aware and under control, I would say.
I do notice you do the move where you wrap them up and then swing them.
Yeah, I did that to Mahomes last year. I grab him and I just turn him away, so you can't look downfield and you can't do shit. So
that's got to feel like the best moment when you know you got him.
Oh, 100%. There's no better feeling. Like TFLs, all that's great. But like sacking the quarterback in a big third down, like there's literally nothing better.
Yeah. I want to go back to, I believe it was 2019. Was that your rookie year?
Yep.
2019, your first training camp.
Yeah.
I believe that was the Antonio Brown training camp too, right?
Yeah.
You remember when he flew in on a hot air balloon on the first day of training camp?
Yeah, that we had hard knocks, we had everything.
Were you like, is this what the NFL is like? There's cameras around me all the time. My receiver's toes are frozen off.
Yeah,
he's trying to fight the GM.
Yeah, I mean, when I say like I've seen it all, you know, being on the Raiders, I've seen it all. Like that offseason we signed AB, Vontaze Burfict, Richie Incognito.
Oh, Richie.
Like we had it was like the longest yard team. And it was fucking
Gruden
awesome.
was your coach.
And Gruden's the coach. Like it was a fucking reality television show.
Yeah.
So I was, it was incredible. Like those guys, like. Even like you think about Vontaze Burfict, you think he's like some serial killer. He's one of the coolest dudes ever, great leader. But like just being around those dudes, like that was my first experience ever. So it was different. It was crazy. Like the AB shit was in the news every single day. I'm like, how? Like this is so much different. Like I'm used to Eastern. We barely get coverage on ESPN. Like maybe ESPN2, like get a couple highlights. Like this shit was on TV every single day, so it was different.
What's it like playing for Coach Gruden? Did he get pissed off at you because you were too good at defense in practice? You would fuck up his offense.
He would get irritated. He literally threatened to cut me on the middle of the field. One of my first training camp, and his thing, like he's an offensive coach, and I've always had offensive coaches till AP got here. But he would get so mad about batting balls. Like we'd be in practice doing team, and he refused to let us bat the ball. But I would tell him, I'm like, why the fuck are we practicing to not bat the balls? But in a game, they're going to be doing the same shit. So what's the point? But he's an offensive guy, so he wants he wants practice to move a certain way. So I'm not even thinking. I'm just trying to make plays and whatever. I'm a third string. I'm just trying to do everything. So it was like the second week of training camp. I swat a ball down, and I'm fucking hyped, celebrating. And he's all looking at me all irritated, whatever. Happens again. Boom, swat a ball down. Then it happens at the end of practice. I swat it for the third time. He's like, stop swatting the fucking ball down. He goes, I'll fucking cut your ass. I swear to God if you do it one more time. And I'm looking at him like, all right. And then I just go back to the huddle. Like, he shut down practice and motherfucked me. Whatever. And I'm like, what? But yeah, I'm not used to it. In college, we do whatever the fuck. We hit the scout team quarterbacks. We didn't give a fuck. And you bat one Derek Carr ball, you're getting motherfucked. So he loved that about me because I would just fucking go 100 miles an hour. But like at the same time, he motherfucked me all the time just about batting balls. And it's an offensive coach thing. McDaniel's the same way. He fucking hated it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's incredible. Have you talked to Aiden O'Connell at all about his mustache?
Of course.
Did he need to shave it?
No. Honestly, the first conversation I had with him when he came in as a rookie, like I spotted him a couple of times. I didn't know who he was. Like knew he was coming from Purdue, but I seen him with the stash, and I didn't know if it was like a prank or like his thing or whatever it was. And he's sitting there in the squat rack doing a workout, and I just went out of my way, went up to him like, is there a story? Like, what's going on with the stash? And he's like, honestly, he's like, I was trying to grow a beard, but it didn't grow out right and whatever. And he's like, then I just shaved and I just kept the stash, and I looked myself in the mirror. He's like, I kind of like this. And so he just went with it, and that's been his thing ever since. I'm like, honestly, I fuck with it. I respect it. Like, that's his deal. Just ride the wave. Get a couple sponsorships and ride the wave.
We can't all grow good facial hair. Sometimes you got to shoot your shot a little bit and see what comes out.
100%.
The Thursday night game this year against the Chargers. Yeah. That was awesome. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats on being in that game.
Yeah, thanks.
In the first half, could you just tell, like, I don't think the Chargers want to play football right now.
No. They didn't want any part of it. I mean, you could tell they were going through a lot. Herbert got hurt. They had all type of shit going on. Everyone's talking about their coach might get fired. And then, we just lost to the Vikings 3-0.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like the ugliest game ever. It was defensive, dream. They didn't do shit all game. We lose by 3 points. and everybody was pissed. The offensive guys, they couldn't score a single point, so they're getting killed for the next 3 days, and it was a quick turnaround. So I know they were itching to get back on the field. So we went out there like right out the gate, boom, boom, boom. Every time we were on defense, it was like pick, fumble.
Yeah.
It was just every fucking play.
We were just laughing at the game.
Yeah,
We
it
were
was
just
like
laughing,
I've
just
never been a
watching.
part of a game like that. I didn't play the fourth quarter, and I didn't even play like the last drive of the third quarter. So I'm just hanging out. My helmet's over there. I'm like, I've never been a part of this shit. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
what it feels like to be on a dominant team. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a different experience, but we kicked the shit out of it.
That
you did.
seemed like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good.
I have a question about your tattoos. How many tattoos do you have?
No idea.
Okay, no idea. You do have a tattoo though. You're a girl dad. As a girl dad to girl dad,
Yeah.
I can ask you this question. You have a tattoo on your chest. It says "Be Legendary."
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
with
So-
Muhammad Ali, Kobe, MJ, and your daughter.
Yes.
That's a lot of pressure on her.
Yeah, it is.
Like, dude, that's a
It
fucking
is.
lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. You know, I did
What?
it strategically.
Did you think about that?
She's gonna be a legend. You
Yeah.
know? So for me, I know how I am. She's got my genetic pool. So I love being pushed. I love when something triggers me. So yeah,
So
I'm
sure,
just
so that
setting
was
her
a
up.
motive-
Like,
you're-
listen, this is where you're at.
Yeah.
This is where we're going. So be prepared.
Okay,
Bar set
all right.
very high.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
I read that and I was like, damn, that's a lot of pressure. She's got-
Ton of pressure.
She's in like she's on the Mount Rushmore.
She's on
already.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah.
Did you get the DAC treatment on that? Did you get like put under,
Yeah.
sedated?
Yeah.
How long?
2 sessions. It was like 13 hours total, back-to-back days.
So
That's
were
badass
you like
tattoo.
totally knocked out?
Knocked. They came to my house as 5 different people,
Holy
and I was in
shit.
my living room, knocked out. My agent flew in. He was worried about it. My wife is freaking out. Everyone was like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm fine. I'll be good. Like a bunch of players do it. And yeah, I did it. It was smooth. And honestly, after the fact, I wasn't like that sore. I just, it was
It's
smooth.
legendary.
Yeah.
You should have gotten you getting the tattoo on your chest. Like
me
the-
getting tattooed.
Yeah, like
tattoo of
you
that.
getting knocked out for a 2-day session,
Yeah.
and the tattoo artist tattooing that on your chest.
That would have been unique.
Maybe
but
the
yeah.
next one.
No doubt.
Just be
Maybe
like, look
the
how long
right
this
shoulder,
tattoo took,
yeah.
and then we could see
Yeah.
how long it took seeing your chest.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I might have to do that now.
Yeah. It also sounds like a nice little vacation.
Yeah.
Just get 2 days
It
just
was
sleeping.
sick. Yeah, I timed it up perfect where I had a week off of training. So it was like 2 weeks before training camp. I always take a week. I need to get my body back together. And so I was like, all right, boom, we're tatting here. And I was just
Yeah.
cooked.
Tough question. There was a hypothetical on the internet a couple months ago that Will Compton got involved in a lot.
Oh, I
it
already
was
know,
the all black team versus all white team. You were debated a lot.
I think your name actually trended for like 2 days.
Do you
It was
do you
ridiculous.
want to say which team you're going to play for? There was the best was when they would like people would post the post game videos of you in the locker room like with a cigar and they're like, yeah, he's on our team.
Yeah. I've seen a million of them. Honestly, like I said, I want to be on the winning team.
Yeah, okay,
And
all
if
right.
we got a bunch
So
of
black
white
team,
corners,
yeah,
we're fucked.
Okay,
So
all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
I'm going for the
Smart
winning
choice.
team all day.
You-
They want me, I'm there.
Did you
all
just
day.
sit back and laugh like why? Like you were literally the point of debate for a really
for
long
days,
time.
and I'm just sitting at home like, what the fuck? People have nothing better to do. They're like, oh no, we got him. Fuck y'all. And they're talking about trade scenarios and all type of shit. They're like, yeah, you take Russell Wilson. And I'm fucking dying, bro. I was in
It
tears.
had to have felt good though. You were like the hottest commodity on the team.
It was funny, bro. It was hilarious.
You're the number
People-
one free agent.
Internet is undefeated. Yeah.
It really is.
It's
No
also
doubt.
like I feel like speaking for the white delegation, we have a lot of great pass rushers on our team right
Yeah.
now in the NFL. So we're like,
doubt.
well, if we do have a trade piece,
Yeah,
that
if
would
it got
be
us a
interesting.
cornerback,
yeah,
we would do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It makes sense.
Like give us Jalen Ramsey, yeah, I'll take it.
It's all business.
Patrick
at the end of
Surtain,
the
okay.
day. Yeah, we can figure that out.
What was Will Compton like as a teamate? How was he more of a tryhard than you?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, he's just a morale. He's a first team all morale.
Yeah.
He just comes in the locker room. He's always, just doing his thing. He was hilarious. And that's when we went on our run, he had the playoff Willie shit going. We had T-shirts. Like he's a character, bro. So having him in the locker room was funny as hell. He's just cracking jokes and just like honestly, he didn't have to play a snap.
Yeah.
He did, but we needed him. Like he was supposed to be there.
He's an all-time glue
He's a
guy because
glue
we
piece.
get the same thing when he comes to our office. It's like when he shows up, it's like he's a glue guy.
He's like
Everyone's
the
happy.
Udonis Haslam, in the locker room.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah, I like that.
I like how you put it too. It's like he doesn't even have to play. In fact, we don't want him to play, but he's great. He's great in the locker room.
Honestly, pray to God it never gets to that. No, just play. But yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
It's a legend.
All right, well, this has been awesome. We got a special guest for our last question. Rhoback question, rhoback.com. 20% off first purchase, Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Rhoback.com. Use promo code TAKE, 20% off. It is the one and only Jersey Jerry who you guys know each other.
Oh, shit.
I think he's got a
Where is
bone
he
to pick
at?
with you. Yeah.
Well,
I
he
heard.
definitely heard what
Oh,
you said
he's
about
got-
Vontez
Come on.
Burfict
Yeah.
earlier.
He's got
Get in
stuff
there.
he wants you
Power
to
nap?
sign, of
Come on,
course.
Sit on down.
All right, Jerry.
Let's talk.
It's a good nap. I heard bits and pieces of the interview. It was really good.
Oh, you were sleeping?
I was no, in the other room.
You were taking a nap during the interview?
Yeah, but I heard bits and pieces.
Okay.
Like the all black white team was good.
So you just heard the
woke
last
up.
2
Yeah.
seconds.
You were the last segment. Yeah, that's good. As we were coming out of your
Okay,
nap,
so
yeah.
Jerry, go ahead. I mean, you guys have known each other for a while, right?
Yeah, for
2
sure.
years.
Yeah.
2 years now. I
Couple
think.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend of Jerry's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Max,
sure.
so my sobriety brother, of course.
question.
Yes.
Big fan.
Absolutely.
All right, I got two.
All right, go ahead.
Is
You
that
can
okay,
have
Dan?
as many as you want.
All right, so this goes back
Shit. He's got the date.
got receipts, yeah.
Fuck.
in June of last year.
June last, so
2023?
Yeah.
less than a year? No?
Less than a year or a year and a half ago?
Year and a half.
Oh.
Okay.
Year and a half. Happy Father's Day, Max. Enjoy the day, brother. Best of luck this year. Appreciate you, my brother. Max responds. I said, listen, let me send you some bread for a jersey or whatever. He's like, you want a jersey? I'm like, yes, Max. For me and my cousin. He's a diehard Raiders fan and a huge fan of yours. I'm with him right now. He loves you. No response.
Oh.
Hey, Jerry, can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
When you sent that text to him, now is this a DM or a text?
DM.
Okay, when you sent that DM to him, and you offered to send him some money for a jersey, did
Yeah.
you think that Max was going to be like, yeah, Venmo me
Absolutely not.
a couple $100?
All right.
No.
Also,
Okay.
follow-up question.
chance.
The Father's Day feels like it was a hollow wish. Because you went
Yes.
straight Father's Day to, can I have a jersey?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you admit that.
He was
I admit
buttering me
that.
up.
Yeah.
Were you using Father's Day as an excuse to get in touch with him?
Well, no, like he's recent new dad at the time. You know, I'm a dad, and I just thought it was the right time to do it.
Okay.
Right. To
You
ask
know?
for a jersey.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Father's Day, you're having a great day. You know, spend with your kid. It's like, why would he say no? You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Then I hit him up about, hey, next to Trump, incredible stuff. No response.
Wait, what is it? What was that?
Well, he was at the UFC. He goes to these big UFC
Oh,
fans.
he was
sitting next to Trump.
Sitting next to
Okay.
Trump. I mean, that's incredible. You know what I mean? September 19th.
Nice work.
This past year. Hey, Max, I still need that signed. Why do you make me do this?
It's the best. You do it to
This keeps
yourself.
killing
I
me
know.
He
right now.
DMs all these players.
Big Cat, why did you make Jersey Jerry DM Max and ask him?
No,
So you said a
he
follow-up?
knows all my football fans are, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you come on PMT for one question?" I'm like, "Okay," and then he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm sure you DM them." I was like, "Yeah, well, the jersey, you know that, Dan." It's like, "Come on PMT, one question," and then I'm always in the same spot.
But again, it starts with you
I know you're
asking
right.
for the jerseys. Okay.
So this is the last time I asked. I said, "Hey, Max, I still need that jersey." Can't wait to watch you play Sunday night.
And that was it? No
That was
response?
it. No, you didn't respond, but then you responded to one of my stories, and then I was like, you know what? I'm done.
I'm done with this fucking guy.
But I do have shoes that Max has sent me
Okay.
that I would love to get signed.
Okay.
He
Okay.
didn't like my dad's shoes, so he sent me a pair of Air Max.
Oh, nice.
nice.
Just happened to bring them to
Air
Vegas.
Force
Yeah.
Ones.
How
Weird.
they work. Second question, Dan, please. One
Yeah,
more.
wait, was that even a question?
I think that was just like funny.
Okay, yeah.
Serious
but no,
question.
but like, are you gonna get a jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
of
I'm
course.
gonna
I
get
mean,
a
we got to
jersey.
figure it out.
It feels
Figure
like
it out.
It's hard
feels
on
like we
Instagram
still don't have the
sometimes.
jersey thing.
Maybe
solved.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Okay.
Father's
We
Day
will
this
figure
year.
it out.
But don't let him off the
I'm not
hook.
leaving
No,
it.
he's not getting off the
saying
hook.
he's saying we'll
I
figure
need
it out.
the
Then you're gonna
address.
DM in a month. And he's gonna be like,
No,
I don't
no,
know.
no.
He's 20
We're
minutes
getting it
away.
done today. We're
Okay,
getting it
all
I
right.
done
go to the house.
Okay.
100%. Have dinner. Hang with the family.
Last question. Off the record. On the record, sorry.
We're on the record.
We're on the record.
10 cameras in the room. Yeah.
We're on the record.
We're on
Couldn't
the
be
record.
more on the record.
You can't pick yourself.
I don't
Who
even know what
is
it is.
the best defensive player in football right now?
I can't pick myself?
Can't
No.
pick yourself.
Okay. I know you want me to answer this a certain way. I've seen many of your spiels about a man with 2 letters for first name.
Getting close.
He definitely. I mean, if it's not him, I mean,
Myles Garrett's pretty good.
Aaron Donald.
Doesn't Myles Garrett have more sacks than TJ?
No.
no.
It's 13. TJ has 19, and Myles Garrett's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I will say this on record, though. On record, I will say this.
On record.
I will be putting a wager on Maxx Crosby to win Defensive Player next year.
So what do you take into account out of who's the best defensive player? Is it just sacks?
Whether or
what
not
do
he
you
plays for
look
the
at?
Steelers, is
or
a
if
big
he
part of
plays
it.
for you.
It's usually Steelers, yes. But I just think like he's been the last 3-4 years he's been that guy. But I will say this. I have said it and Dan could test this. Max is dude, there's like TJ right now, Max is like on him right now. And it gets me nervous.
I like that.
Yeah, just
gives
right
me more
there.
motivation.
Jerry,
I love it.
No, I think Max.
I love that. I respect
I
it.
think next year, next year you're gonna see. Like I think Max, you're gonna win the title next year. I really do.
I appreciate that.
How many years you
I
got left on
agree.
the contract?
3.
3. Jerry.
I mean,
3
he's a
years.
steal.
Jerry,
You know
off
that.
the record,
He's a
he's a
steal.
steal.
You're a steal.
You look like a Steeler.
I appreciate
mean,
that. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I would say honestly, yeah, TJ. If not TJ, you got to look at. I mean, it's hard not to say Aaron Donald, even though he didn't have 20 sacks this year, but nobody game plans people like Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I mean, Myles Garrett's right there too. I would say like us 4. I mean, Bosa's in that
Micah.
conversation.
Micah.
I mean, there's like 6 guys right now.
Yeah.
Right in the.
But TJ.
But yeah, I mean, this year, I mean, if he wins it, I
don't think he's going to win it, though.
crazy.
I don't think he's going to
Who do
win
you
it.
think's gonna win?
I think Miles is going to win. I think they feel bad that he's never won it, and they're going to give it to him. Wow. But how do you give it to a guy with 13 sacks? That's it. TJ got 19. You know what I mean?
What do you think matters most as an edge?
How many sacks did you have?
14 and a half.
Oh, so maybe it's.
But every year, Max is boom, boom,
It's
boom,
making
boom. He's
you
building.
nervous.
He's building. Yeah, he's on my ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's my goal. I trust me. I remember all those arguments. The
See,
Taylor Lewan argument.
I'm a
like,
stat
oh,
guy.
motherfucker.
I don't know
I'm
anything
coming.
about the
Yeah.
offensive linemen, how they feel like, hey, who's the best? Every professional offensive lineman I spoke to said they'd rather go up against TJ than Myles Garrett.
Okay.
Is that Kyle?
Kyle, Taylor Lewan.
Everybody.
Every old lineman.
Dan, you're making an embarrassment on me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Jerry did a great job.
Jerry
Thank
did
you,
a
thank
great
you,
job.
Thank you.
What'd you think about his
Yeah,
comment
appreciate
regarding Vontez Burfict?
I'll tell you what, I was sleeping for that one.
Yeah, you were sleeping for that one.
It's very complimentary of Vontez.
Really?
Yeah, he was a great dude. I mean, we were talking about that 2019 team where we had AB.
Yeah, but he's not
Vontez,
like a
Richie.
leader of men or anything.
He was a great leader, great dude, great locker room guy. I mean, it just once he saw somebody going across the middle, he saw red, put his head down, and killed you. So he just couldn't help himself. But other than that, he's good.
I got a last question for you. When are we going to get to see Maxx Crosby, the tight end, in an NFL game?
The tight end.
Maybe get some touchdowns.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had plays in for the last couple years.
And they haven't used them?
No, I've used them in practice. Miraculous catch. Nice toe tap on the sideline. We do some one-on-ones. I'm catching it. I'm just waiting for my moment. So honestly, you never know, but we'll see. I mean, I've had a bunch of different offensive coordinators who are like, no, we're gonna get it in there. Then we run it in practice. It looks great, and then we just never run.
We
it.
need it. Do you have
I'm
a
just like,
touchdown
fucking
celebration
call it.
set?
I mean, I don't know. If I score a touchdown, I'm going in the crowd.
Oh,
I like that.
Oh, yes.
I'm getting up in the crowd.
You gonna find the gorilla? That guy
Possibly.
rocks.
You should
That dude's
kiss
a
the
legend.
gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Maybe not. We're just
maybe
spitballing.
like, yeah,
No bad ideas.
Yeah.
We're just no
Kiss
bad
on the
ideas.
cheek.
You should kiss
Yeah.
Mark Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might.
Yeah, because he's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah. All right. Well, Max, this has been awesome, man. Your story's incredible. It's crazy. I like kind of forgot that we talked to you. What was it? It was Miami.
Yeah,
So that was like
rookie year.
2 months before you went sober, right?
Yeah, literally 2 months before.
That's nuts. And it's, I mean, your career is incredible. You're a fun guy to watch and root for. So congrats and Defensive Player of the Year next year. Right in Jerry's face. Let's do it.
I'm betting on it.
He's back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. So then we'll all celebrate.
Amen.
Perfect.
Amen. We'll come back to Vegas. We'll celebrate.
And
Yeah.
we're going to be in such good shape next year just
Yeah.
from being on the Maxx Crosby mentality.
Hell yeah, you guys are gonna be shredded.
I want to get my
Jerry's gonna be
hands on you for
fucking-
like 2 days. I bet you I can get you to stop working out.
You think?
Yeah.
0 chance.
Come hang around a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, thanks, Matt.
boys.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it.
Today's Fyre Fest segment is sponsored by our friends at Morgan & Morgan. Fixing your Fyre Fest is hard. Submitting a claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. Doing stand-up for 15 or 45 minutes or an hour and 7 minutes is hard. Submitting a claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. They're America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide, more than 1,000 lawyers. With over $20 billion recovered for over 500,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/PMT, or you can dial pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/PMT, or pound law, pound 529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement.
Okay, Fyre Fest of the week. Hank, wrap us up.
It's been a good week. My Fyre Fest, is over. Obviously, the last couple of weeks was a stand-up, so I feel, happy and relieved. So not too much to report. My only Fyre Fest would really just be people that play blackjack and don't hit on 16.
Anybody in particular?
There was a woman that I hit the table a little bit this morning, and there was a woman who just did it like 3 different times. And it got me quite tilted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to get up after the second time because the dealer would have busted if she had hit. She would have got a 20. Didn't happen. I lost all 3 times.
That's brutal.
Jerry does that from time to time too.
Jerry
goes
doubles on
vibes.
12.
He doubles on 12.
Yeah,
and
he does.
And
He doubles on
sometimes
12.
he will just not hit on like a 13
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Is this against a 10, I'm assuming?
against a 10. Yeah. Or
4, 5, or 6. You can't blame him.
No, obviously
yeah.
not. No, I'm saying 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Okay.
other than that, great week.
Great week. PFT.
Yeah, I had a pretty good week. I don't have a Fyre Fest. I guess my Fyre Fest is we just did an interview and I kind of cried during it. So that's going to be bad when that comes out. So yeah, I just have that to look forward to.
You didn't cry.
I got a little emotional.
Yeah. You didn't
got
cry.
But yeah, besides that, I don't know. It's been a good week.
Okay.
I'm loving Vegas.
Okay. Yeah. Viva Las Vegas. All right, my Fyre Fest. Everyone saw on Monday we accosted Mark Davis. We do not have Mark Davis on the show. We're hopefully going to get him at some point, even though we accosted him. I had another run-in with someone who I'd love to have on the show, but I chickened out, and that's my Fyre Fest. I took a piss next to Tony Romo last night.
Oh.
And I was like, "What's up, Tony?" And that's all I said, because I was like, this guy, if I say, pardon my take, he probably knows a little bit about a little bit.
He might have listened to the interview with his, brother-in-law?
Yeah, he also was wearing a backpack.
Someone
in a
he works
casino.
with definitely probably.
Yeah.
Bravel sends him the clips.
I pussied out. So I replayed it a bunch of times. Also, it's kind of weird in the bathroom. But yeah, Tony Romo. Saw him real life. Didn't say, "Ooh, I don't know about that piss there."
Yeah.
Tony, or something like that, which I also was thinking about doing.
The stream, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, he had a backpack on. It was weird.
Yeah, what is he, like 6?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like a leather backpack too.
He's probably coming from like a coach's meeting.
I don't know. He was walking towards the high rollers room after we left the bathroom, so I don't know.
Did you fist pump him?
No, I followed behind him for a little bit.
Did he
and then
answer
I was
you?
Like, yeah, he was like, "Hey." And that was it. Yeah, I mean, it's weird to say hello to someone when you're taking a piss next to
It
him.
would have been a great video, though, if you took your phone out and you're like, "Hey, Tony,
Yeah.
you want to come on Part of My Take?
Come on, pardon my take, dude.
Come on, P-boy."
We've been really mean to you. Okay, Jake.
Yeah, first off, apologies for saying Radio Row is my home. I should have said like natural habitat.
No.
Surrounded by
That's,
big
I
J's.
mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
microphones here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but outside of work people.
We
You
go.
want,
we
you
know,
want
we
people
know.
wearing suits behind the microphone.
Yeah.
Right.
You want professionalism.
Yeah. Vegas just gives me anxiety. Just the whole thing.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the lights, just like it always feels like you need to be moving. Like if
Yeah.
I'm in my hotel room, I'm like, where's everyone else?
I mean, you lived in New York City.
Yeah, but like that's different. Just
Okay.
like Times Square
Yeah.
is different.
There
But
was,
Yeah.
there was a very funny interaction with Jake and the lady at the roulette table, and Jake was standing next to me as we were all playing, and this drunk lady behind us was like leaning over him, like trying to place bets, and Jake was standing watching, supporting his friends, and the lady was like, "Aren't you going to bet anything?" And Jake was like, "No, I'm just here, supporting my friends and rooting,
vibes.
Well,
rooting for
that
my
was
friends."
Tuesday, and Wednesday
Yeah.
I got in, and it went poorly. So
Yeah,
it's like,
Yeah.
But the
Know
lady,
yourself.
The lady was like, "Why aren't you betting?" And Jake's like, "There's plenty of time later on the week for that."
Oh,
Yeah.
So I think
nice.
Jake's about to get nasty on the table
Well,
the last couple days.
yeah, Wednesday was
Mr.
bad,
Positions.
but still time to rebound. But yeah, Vegas is just like, where should I be?
Yeah, Radio Row.
Strip club.
Yeah, Radio Row. Max, you got a Fyre Fest?
I farted.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That makes it sound like it was only one.
I don't know any of these farts.
Your Fyre Fest is that you had a burrito.
Ripping.
Did you guys
Ripping.
did you guys see my tweet last night?
No,
I know
I did not.
PFT did.
Oh,
I did,
yes.
yeah.
The guy who ordered
There
you
were-
2 sodas?
The waiter comes over and starts pouring a soda. And I was like, I didn't order this soda. And then he puts another one on the table. I was like, oh my God, somebody just fucking.
2 sodas max.
Yeah.
Is-
If
yeah,
you
my life
see
forever.
Max, get him 2 sodas.
No, do not get me 2
Every
sodas.
time you see him in public, get him 2 sodas. But the man needs 2 sodas.
The best thing to happen to Max though was memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave hates memes.
Yeah.
Memes, what's your Fyre Fest?
I had a pretty good week.
Oh, okay.
No, this week sucked dick. Sunday night, Wi-Fi didn't work. James Winston interview took too long to upload. And then I bombed on stage in front of Dave and Frank Fleming, who won't forget about this ever.
No. Frank playing the cricket sound was very rude. Very rude. Chad, how'd you think the week went?
Dave's a hater.
Let Chad have the mic real quick. Chad's our sound guy. He's been with us all week. We always do this Super Bowl week. Chad, what do you think about this operation?
Operation here is all good. I think the week went well, especially for the recordings and the stuff that I did. Got some really cool people. Got a shout out to Kittle, Iowa boy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Chad got a picture with Kittle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad was stoked about that too because he's the Iowa boy.
All right. Love it.
Great week.
All right. Shout out Chad.
Shout out Chad.
Shout out Chad.
Last year we gave a whole shout out to our sound guy, and then he fucked up the audio Super Bowl Sunday. But we're not going to be here Sunday, so great
Yeah.
work, Chad.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this audio is not fucked up.
Yeah. Shout out
Confirmed.
Chad.
Hopefully.
Hopefully
All right.
not. Oh, I do have another real Fyre Fest I just remembered. I started vaping again this week, and I blame Hank Lockwood for getting me into it because Hank was so stressed out on Sunday when we got here. He just started ripping a vape. I was like, "What are you doing, dude? Ripping a vape?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to calm the nerves." I was like, "Hank, let me get a drag of that." And I took a drag, and then about 2 hours later, I went and bought my own rig.
Nice.
Now I'm back on the hard stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to start smoking. I smoked cigarettes last night to wean myself off the vape. That's the best way to quit vape. So I'm just gonna have to smoke more cigarettes.
Okay.
I love that our hotel is smoke free.
I hate that.
All right. Let's get to ourselves back in studio. Last one with the Schwam. Everyone enjoy Super Bowl Sunday, and we will see you on Monday morning. All right. Super Bowl week wrapped. The big game is coming up, and we still got the Schwam for the lottery balls all week long. If you've been following along, he guessed 22 on Monday. It was 56. He guessed 18 on Wednesday. It was 22. So now, what do you do?
Big
Numbers.
choice.
Do I do it in Roman numerals?
You can do it whatever you want.
Super Bowl 58.
Okay, all right,
58.
58. I'll go 71 again.
I'll go 8 again.
40 for Hank, 18 for
18.
Jake, memes, or
3.
Shane, 21, and 3 for memes. One.
One.
First time one's it.
One.
This
First
machine.
time it's ever hit.
Love you guys.
man.
Boom! If we're still recording, do you have a first touchdown pick
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
for the people?
Oh,
This is important.
Stuff
it's
I
very important.
First touchdown. You wanted me to make it goofy or try to win it?
No, you want to win it.
Whatever you think.
Whatever you say, we're going to bet.
That's true.
Well, he's the favorite of it, right? Like Kelsey's the lowest number.
No, McCaffrey would definitely be. McCaffrey's
Yeah, but
numbers
yeah,
are
I'm
nuts.
not thinking
Yeah.
First touchdown. Like to come up with some bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Juszczyk?
hurting my head too much.
What about Gray, the other tight end on the Chiefs?
Well, that would be.
Yeah.
Let's go to touchdown, not right away. Kelsey's the obvious. How about just for the heck of it? I don't know that you should bet this.
I will.
Nah,
There's nothing you can do. No.
No, don't say it. No. Don't let him talk you out of it. Say it. Yeah.
Don't
won't
worry.
Tell you what. We won't
Well,
bet.
we've already given our pick for the game.
Yeah.
So I've said the Chiefs will win, which doesn't mean they're going to score first.
This is a me problem, not a you problem.
Oh.
Whatever you say, I'm going to bet, but that's not your fault. That's my fault.
Boy, are we so happy with Valdez Scantling?
Oh,
He's gonna
okay.
catch
All
a
right.
touchdown.
It's in. It's
I
in.
mean, now that's got to be a big number.
Yeah, that's
right?
a big number. It's in. It's in.
I
I'm
have
rooting
no
for
choice.
it.
Don't put a lot of shekels on it.
Oh, we're putting a lot
I
of
have no
shekels
choice.
on it. Oh, yeah. We're putting a
I
lot
don't
of
know that I
shekels
really
on
think
it.
that.
You can't
but-
say something
no,
that's spicy and expect us not to take it. Boom.
The plan is simple. I'm gonna put a lot of money on tails. That will hit, and then we put all the winnings on Valdez Scantling. That's the Super Bowl play. Tails. Tails never fails.
Is that true?
Yeah. It's
It rhymes.
saying. Tails never fails.
It rhymes, yeah.
It's definitely not true.
You have to do
'cause I've
that.
lost a lot of money on Super
You
Bowl.
have to bet the over on the national anthem too. Always take
Or
the
how
over.
long it is?
Yeah, you have to bet over.
Yeah.
Who's singing it this year?
Reba McEntire.
Okay.
Well, that could go either way.
Yeah.
She might
Tails
not be
has won
over.
3 of the last 5. Tails 3 of the last 5.
Okay, 3 of the last 5. We're on tails. Valdez Scantling.
Valdez
It's in.
Scantling.
Yeah,
It's in. Love it.
That's not going to be their early game
No,
plan.
I love it.
but-
I love it.
But
You can't
it's
talk me
like
out of
a-
my game plan.
No, it's just like a feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my first 15 plays scripted. It's tails. It's a pizza. It's Valdez Scantling. We got it all set.
I think if Valdez Scantling scores the first touchdown, I think the 49ers would be like, "What is this? Does not feel good to us."
Yeah, we might as well just quit right now. It's going to be 22 to
I don't
18.
know that
Yeah.
That's be the way that he would call that.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because if they're at the 25, if they're at the 10, he's not going to do it. If they're at the, it would have to be like from the 30.
And one of those weird Andy Reid red zone plays. You know, they have two guys in motion,
Cole.
shovel pass to a reverse coming around the edge.
Yeah, but I don't know that he would carry. Or he could, well, they're not going to give it to Miko.
Probably not.
No, I mean, yeah, Miko throwing the ball like from your, if you're like at midfield, send him long.
Yeah.
Wait, so Miko throwing the ball to
No,
MVS? Now this is getting real.
I like
spicy.
it.
Yeah,
I like
Send
it.
him long.
I'm retiring. We're not doing a show next year. I'm going to win so much money on this. I'm
Are we
retiring.
still on? Or we?
Yeah, we're still on. I'm gonna retire. We'll just have you come talk ball. We won't even have microphones.
Miko, he can run. He's the fastest.
Yep.
Okay. The
Niners
bet's in.
Fastest.
Ayuk's pretty fast. Debo's pretty fast. McCaffrey's pretty fast. They're all fast. Purdy's fast.
Yeah, they are.
They're all fast.
I'd love to see Juszczyk score, but they don't run. They don't run him like. they
Okay,
did
so
a
we'll
few
go.
years
We'll go. MVS first touchdown. Juszczyk anytime touchdown. Love it. There's the plan.
They don't.
No,
They
you
used
can't
to
talk
run
me
him
out of it.
5 or 6 times a game. They
You
don't.
can't
I
talk
know.
me out of it.
I know.
They
Yeah.
don't. No, I was trying to not go chalk.
You know,
Yeah,
they did give him the ball. I think inside the 5 last week. I think he
They
got.
may have.
I think
Yeah.
he got a touch. So
Yeah, he'll get one.
that was just
We're
a
in.
dress rehearsal.
We're
for this
in.
week.
Yeah, we're in.
I like it.
I'll tell you
I
what.
think that might have more of a shot. Well, not a first score. He wouldn't be
Anytime.
their
Yeah.
first score.
I don't like it. I love it.
Valdez Scantling might be an anytime.
Yeah. No,
You're going
we're going
first
first.
score.
We're going first and anytime.
All right,
Fuck
so
it.
What else would be a first?
Here we go. MVS anytime plus 550. First touchdown, 31.
Oh,
I like that. 31-1. And then
Anytime.
anytime. Oh no, sorry. First is 31-1.
Okay.
that's a
You
hammer
check
play for
anytime?
me.
You
That's a
check.
hammer play.
You
What
check
about
anytime
Parlay?
10-1. I like that.
Perfect.
I like that.
Okay.
All right.
No, that's he should be about 8-1. So I think you're getting a
Good value.
Yeah, you're getting some value there.
Valdez Scantling is 31 to. I could go down. So what are they? McCaffrey and Kelsey or whatever they are.
For first or anytime.
No, first.
Actually, Travis Kelce first is 8-1. Not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
Jake go lower than him.
McCaffrey is plus 360 first touchdown,
Okay,
which is absurd.
this is-
That's just
This is perfect. Boom. I'm gonna parlay Juszczyk anytime touchdown with Marquez Valdez Scantling first touchdown, $5,000 to win $1 million. Done.
I wouldn't have. If you were asking me that, I wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. All right, thank
No,
you,
you're
Boom.
going to do it. Just, yeah.
Oh.
There's difficult names to spell.
Yeah.
Right, so that should count.
Yeah.
Juszczyk.
Why not?
Get it.
Why not us? All right. Thank you, Boom, as always.
That was.
You're the
I
best.
didn't realize we're still in the speakeasy.
Love you guys.